All right, who's got the jerky? That was one of the craziest things ever is this whole beef jerky thing with Epstein, man. Look, when I first saw it, I was like, why would you ever need to freeze beef jerky? Isn't the point of jerky is that it like lasts forever? Why are you freezing beef jerky, dude? I've talked to some people who don't believe it. I don't know. I'm not saying 100% beef jerky equals children. But it is a little weird. It does seem like a code word. And it wouldn't surprise me if they, obviously Epstein was up to some illegal shit. It'd be smart in emails. I think Epstein knew not to like say shit in emails because it's just not good. It just doesn't work out. They can get access to the emails like we're seeing now. So I think the code words, it makes sense to use code words. Is it possible that they just really, really loved this particular beef jerky? The funniest part is the place they were getting the jerky from was called The Cannibal. I mean, come on. You can't make that up, bro. You can't make shit up like that. How's everybody doing? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Did these assholes really need to ruin jerky like this? What the fuck? Yeah, I mean, I was a fan of like real beef jerky, not the children variety of jerky. But now I'm going to swear off jerky. I will never eat beef jerky again. And if you're a friend of mine and you eat beef jerky, then I will disavow you and can no longer be your friend. It's crazy though, man. There's a lot of crazy shit. The Super Bowl, boring as hell. I lasted like 10 minutes. There's something about Super Bowls where if it's not my team, the 49ers, bang, bang, Niners gang. If it's not my team in the Super Bowl, it's so fucking boring, dude. It feels like preseason. It doesn't feel like the playoffs. It's crazy because you watch the run up to the Super Bowl and like the AFC playoffs and NFC championship game. And it's like, bro, there's so much energy. Like you can feel it. As soon as you tune in, the crowd's going crazy. Every player is playing their heads off. And then you tune into the Super Bowl and it's like, is this a fucking preseason game? It feels like a preseason game. It's so fucking boring. There's like no energy. It's just like, and like every Super Bowl feels that way unless it's my team, and then it's a little different. Am I the only one that feels that way? I fell asleep. Yeah, Redonk. It's so fucking boring, dude. It's so boring. They need to, whatever they're doing. I think they need to get rid of the like third party. Do like they do in other sports where like the best seed, whoever has the best record, they play the Super Bowl at home. And you're going to it's not going to feel like a preseason game. The crowds are going to be fucking hyped up, bro. The crowds are going to be hyped up. And do it outside where there's like bad weather. Because something about like playoff football in bad weather just makes it that much more fun to watch. I don't know, man. I'm sick of this fucking Super Bowl preseason. It can't just be me that it feels like a preseason game. Oh yeah, the halftime show. Don't even get me started on that, bro. I've been talking a lot of shit on X about Bad Bunny. And that is barely music, bro. It's barely music. Okay, look. I kind of feel that way about a lot of rap. A lot of rap to me it's just like, ugh, this is, I like actual music, just not like talking and rhyming, like, oh, but this guy, I don't know. So I guess something about like rap where you're just talking, where it just loses its appeal when it's in a different language. It's not like other music, right? Like, this is one thing I was arguing about. It was like, it doesn't matter that it's in Spanish. There's tons of fucking amazing music that Americans love that's not in English. But it's, the key word is it's actually music. It's the person singing, and it's melodical, and it's emotional, and you feel things, even though you don't understand the lyrics. Hell, all the music I listened to in the 90s, I didn't understand the lyrics. Like, nobody knew what the fuck Kurt Cobain was saying. It didn't make a difference. It was good music. Musically, it was good. Bad Bunny's just like, I mean, that was probably better than what Bad Bunny does. He's just talking in a boring fucking way over the most generic lame-ass dance beats that some fucking nerd can make in his fucking bedroom in like 15 minutes. It's fucking garbage, dude. It's garbage. And then they want to make it all about racism, blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, that has nothing to do with it. people want to, oh, it's because he wasn't speaking English. I mean, yeah, with rap, I can understand because rap, like lyrics are important. That does play a role. But dude, there's so much like music that's so good that's not in English that would have killed at the Super Bowl. Like bring back the Los Lonely Boys, you know, let them do La Bamba or some shit like that, bro. I mean, I don't know, dude. I just there's so many fucking good acts that could play the Super Bowl, and then people are like, it's the politics. At a certain point, I would have taken Green Day. I mean, I would have taken a 10-minute fucking rant about how Trump is Hitler by Green Day, just so I could hear some fun fucking songs. Because yeah, Green Day's politics are stupid, but their songs are fun, right? Like I don't care, like I don't care how woke they are. At least let the music be good. I can put up with music from woke retards if the music is good. I can ignore all the politics of it and be like, that's a really good song. But Bad Bunny is just garbage, dude. It's just fucking garbage. It's fucking dumb. And then you look at the lyrics, like the lyrics are fucking ridiculous, bro. The lyrics are the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen, man. It's like a 9-year-old who's you know, or like a 12-year-old just hit puberty or something is writing it. It's fucking pathetic, and everybody's making it about politics, and I'm like, dude, it's not about politics. This is just shitty music. It's just shitty music that I don't know if it's something with society today where maybe people are like, they don't have feelings anymore. Maybe too many people are on SSRIs, so they can't feel like good music hit them. So they just go with whatever looks cool. Like, oh, that looks cool. It's popular, you know. That's therefore I'm gonna. And then, you know, there's a bunch of dumb women too that just like dance beats. So like whatever, as long as it's a beat I want to dance to, even if the music is fucking terrible. I don't know. I just don't understand people that are that can listen to Bad Bunny and not think, what the fuck is going on? How is this popular? How do people like this? This sounds like total shit. His rapping is not even melodic. It's just boom, 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 boom. It's just fuck. Shut up. I don't want to hear you. I don't know why anybody would want to hear that bullshit. Psyop 100%. I don't know, bro. I mean, that's pretty crazy when you can psyop like the worst music in the world and make it popular, which hey, I believe in it. I believe it. You know, people are fucking retarded. And then they're like, hey, this is number one. He's so popular. Look how many albums he saw. I was like, yeah, people are retarded. I'm sorry. You could put a shiny turd in front of people and then like gaslight people into thinking this shiny turd is so popular and all the women love him. And that's why they work so hard to look cool. That's one giveaway with shitty music is that the music sucks. It can't stand on its own. So the artist has to really ramp up the cool factor. I'm so fucking cool, bro. And then the retards are like, oh, he's so cool. I want to be like him. Oh, Bad Bunny. I don't know, man. I just don't understand it. That's the hardest part is it's confusing to me how people can listen to that and not have any other opinion than this sucks. This really, really sucks. It was so bad, bro. It was so bad. I mean, Kendrick Lamar was okay. Like, I'm not the hugest Kendrick Lamar fan, but Not Like Us or whatever. That's a good song. I enjoyed that performance. It was a fun song, right? I don't care about his politics. Give me Kendrick Lamar back, dude. Fuck. I mean, there's a million artists that are fucking legendary that could kill the Super Bowl and everybody be talking about how good it was for a long time, and then they go with this dude. It's not even music. I'm sorry, it's not music. It's not. It's just talking. It's somebody creates a dance beat. And the hooks, like the key for dance beats and shit is like the hooks got to be good. The hooks aren't even good. The hooks suck. Like there's nothing about that music that is listenable in any way whatsoever. Does anybody in here actually like Bad Bunny? I don't understand it because apparently so many people like him, and when I go on the internet, I'm seeing like the only people that seem to like him is because to them it's a political thing. And they like his message of like, everything is America. No, everything's not America. Okay? South America's not America. Latin America's not America. America's America. Stay the fuck out of our country. Unless we invite you in. Okay? Very, very simple. But yeah, everybody who's talking about how great it was, obviously, that's all political. Let's get to this Asmongold video. I think Asmon does a good job reporting on the jerky situation. And I don't know what you guys think. I'm a little I looked up on Grok. I'll get to that in a second. Do people actually freeze beef jerky? Because that to me was one of the most suspicious parts. Like, it's beef jerky. You don't need to freeze it. It's made to last for fucking ever. But apparently, there are times where you do need to freeze beef jerky. Let's listen to Asmongold. He covered this.
People going crazy think they found a code word for human meat? Wait, what? Hope you are feeling better. Did we analyze the jerky? Why didn't we get jerky this week? I also added more to the jerky and ginger lemongrass. Thank you so much. Super cool. Beef jerky, delicious. Jojo is here and we'll walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. We'll walk the jerky over to Jeffrey.
I mean, maybe they did walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. I mean, I don't fucking know.
Why would jerky walk around? Why would it do that?
That's one interpretation, that they had to walk the jerky. But it also could simply mean, like, we're walking it over. He's bringing it to you right now. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Delicious lunch, beef jerky. Steve and I are very grateful, above all, for your friendship. Some of these emails are so wholesome, aren't they? It's too bad they eat kids. A small insulated bag would be fine. I don't recommend checking it. No need for crazy amounts of ice. One should do. There is one bag of beef jerky in the fridge. Please get it. Also, Blank has more at her place. Please get it from her as well. I suppose it needs to be in a cold, insulated bag. Just wanted to touch base about jerky.
Has anybody ever sent an email about jerky in their entire life? It's just weird, like, how much they're kind of obsessed about jerky. It must be some fantastic jerky if it's not, something else, a code word.
AE said he was going to start eating regular food again, so he might be eating less jerky. He said...
So that is weird. Said he was going to start eating regular food again, so he might be eating less jerky. Almost like jerky is not regular food. Is he just living off of jerky? I think you can live off jerky, right? I mean, people in the past used to live off fucking jerky, right? In the winter.
He has 6 bags of it in a downstairs freezer. Why would you freeze jerky? Steve needs a 6 to 8 ounce portion of jerky. All
right, so I see you guys already talking about why you would freeze jerky. And yeah, there are times you would freeze jerky. This is new to me. I figured, beef jerky's was made so that it could just basically last forever. It's, but no. Freezing is optional and usually only useful if you want to store it for very long periods beyond 1 year. Here's a key one, which I think there's even a mention in the email as to it being homemade jerky. You made homemade jerky in bulk and want maximum shelf life. Freezing it can keep it good for several months to years in an airtight freezer bag. You could be dealing with homemade jerky that has no preservatives. You're dealing with homemade jerky without preservatives, where refrigeration or freezing helps prevent any potential mold or spoilage over time. Some brands explicitly say to avoid freezing because it can change the texture. Yeah, I mean, I would think freezing it would make it like not as pleasant, but who knows? Because it can change the texture, make it drier or chewier in a bad way, or affect the taste when thawed. Homemade jerky benefits more from freezing if you're not eating it quickly. So yeah, only if you really need ultra long storage or you don't have it's homemade with no preservatives. So I guess there are reasons to freeze your jerky.
Gave you all the jerky we had, and it lasted only half the amount of time it was meant to. I felt like it was more important for you to have the jerky to eat during my time off. My plan is to make a batch before I leave for LSJ, and some of that will go to Steve, and the rest will go to you at LSJ when I arrive.
It's just weird, the amount of talking about it. Like, it's fucking jerky. Who cares? Bring it or don't bring it. Like, all these emails that are so coordinated around the jerky, it is... I'm not saying 100% that jerky is a code word for children or it's a code word for something else, but it is suspicious. It is suspicious to me.
Little St. James Island. That's what LSJ must mean. So logically, that means that they were doing this off of the island. Steve Hansen is sending jerky to your attention overnight. I believe it should be enough to get him through. Jeffrey Epstein is asking to bring him more jerky. I'm flying in on Friday. I will bring jerky. Is there a time I could come say hi and drop off the beef jerky? And that's from Jeffrey Epstein.
So Tia Copham says, I freeze jerky every time I buy it. I love it. You want it frozen so you can take it out and carry it in your pocket throughout the day. Wouldn't freezing it kind of ruin the fucking, like, wouldn't it dry it out? Make it less tasty? I don't know. I guess it's normal to freeze jerky. I just never assumed you would need to ever freeze jerky. That it was just made to last. Like, that's what, you dehydrate it and now it's going to last forever.
Francis has time to come tomorrow. Show me how to make it. Jerky class anyone. He will bring you to taste his new jerky recipe from the restaurant. He sends a warm hello. He's working at a restaurant called guys, the restaurant's called Cannibal and Cooks. Wait for it. Beef jerky.
First of all, who would ever name their fucking restaurant Cannibal anything? By the way, I think this place has gone out of business already. But that's just a little weird. Like, who wants to eat at a place called Cannibal something? Like, I wouldn't. Oh, you want to go eat at Cannibal and Cooks? What do they specialize in? Meat? Let's go to Burger King. We'll skip that. We'll skip that one.
And steak. Can blank make some jerky? I think we should landscape all around the house to use the water if possible. If the main house is not enough. Are there any recorded images of Jeffrey Epstein with beef jerky at all? No, there are no recorded or publicly known images of Jeffrey Epstein with beef jerky. Who sends beef jerky to a lab for analysis? Wait, what? I was looking for the beef jerky as I knew it was in my suitcase, and I thought that maybe I left it on the beach, only to...
Bro, look, if this is just... if they're really talking about beef jerky, this must be the greatest fucking beef jerky of all time. Like, have you ever seen people this excited about any food? I mean, I kind of look, if this is real beef jerky they're talking about, I want to try this beef jerky. Okay? Because these people are fucking obsessed with this jerky.
Find a small plastic bag near my dog's bed. I'll email Francis to make us some more, as I need 6 to 8 ounces to send to the lab, and I'll forward to Francis the info to send to the lab directly. Guys, I think something's going on. What's this here? Commercial? Apparently it's his last girlfriend who's active on Twitter right now. Check the mail. Names for hers again.
I heard that this might be a faker. I don't know, but this chick that's like supports Epstein was his last girlfriend. I've heard she's not. It's somebody impersonating her. I don't know.
Oh boy. People are saying this is Jeffrey Epstein's last girlfriend. And this is the same name as inside of the files. And her name change hasn't occurred since 2017.
Fucking Asmin's always got to be on the bottom left here. Let me display it so we can actually see Asmin's beautiful face.
Before the files.
What a beautiful man he is.
Released. After years of silence, the truth. Jeffrey was innocent. Really? Like, he just a good boy? He didn't do nothing wrong? Trapped by powerful people who silenced him. I was his last confidant, and I have the evidence that they're still hiding. I'm not suicidal, just in case. You'll know the whole truth soon. They sacrificed children to Lucifer. It's an entire cult. Jeffrey got involved in their operation for financial reasons and to obtain Comproprot, but never participated in...
It's Compromat. Compropot. What? Compromat, I believe.
At Spocko2181 super chatted $9.99. I heard the chef of that restaurant is opening a new place. Soylent Greens.
We need to investigate this motherfucker. I mean, this is it's a little fishy, it's a little fishy, bro. Cannibal Cooks, now Soylent Greens. Yeah, we need to investigate this guy. There's something's up here, man. Thank you, Spocko.
The rituals. Oh, what is this here? I'll pull this one up and see it. That's crazy. She cooked in the brain? Maybe. She ate the brain? Yeah, maybe she did. Wire transfer request form. A 65-gallon... Guys?
That's crazy, too. The drums of acid? Why do you need drums of acid? Enough to actually, like, hit a body in. That's... Look, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a lot of the theories, the very dark things people are theorizing about. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of that shit's true. But I think Epstein was smart enough not to put that shit in an email. I think that's the shit that probably they didn't talk about in emails that they knew at some point could easily be, come back to them and fucking... I would be stupid, to be honest.
655-gallon sulfuric acid with fuel and insurance charge? They are dissolving bodies.
It's getting crazy, man. It's getting crazy. Even Alex Jones is talking about the jerky files. The jerky files.
I'm going to lay something on you massive right now. This could bring down the deep state even faster. Now, Congressman Massey from Kentucky seems like a really good guy. And he's been demanding all the files be released on the legislation passed. That's great. But MTG over the weekend said that when he goes in to the DOJ to look at the unredacted files, as they're already doing, he needs to search everything that says beef jerky, or pizza. Because that's all the pedophilia. It's all right there. Cannibalism, draining blood, all of it. Goes back to Peter Nygaard, all of it. I've covered it for decades. I've been totally vindicated. And I'm not saying Massey's bad, but I'm not hearing the Democrats or the Republicans that are exposing this bringing up the proof. Says like Howard Lutnick lived next door. Maybe he's guilty. I don't know, but that's nothing. Okay, I want this to come out. You understand? So, if the public goes and searches jerky, beef jerky, pizza, or buy baby, I mean, you see it all. It's there. It's unbelievable. But there's no discussion about that. They'll talk about the DOJ's cover-up that's definitely going on, and it was ongoing with the Democrats. It's bipartisan. But now the Democrats want it all out. Great. So, Massey, release the jerky files. This is Jerkygate, Pizzagate, whatever you want to call it. They call it Jerkygate because they've already pre-programmed the pizza's not real because they knew it was, and attacked me when I was first exposing it 10 years ago. So this is massive. And I'm telling you, if we have a limited hangout where the Democrats are already doing it, or where Massey or others don't go into the stuff that's already there, the proof. Todd Blanche last week, oh no, there's no evidence of any men abusing anybody. We'd have done something about it. Bullshit. So, this new information is crazier than I even thought it would be. It is bombshell, and we have the globalist ass. The intelligence agencies, how they're using all this. So, release the Jerkygate files. Massey, it's up to you. You can go in and read it. Go search it, read it in Congress, release it on your website. The ball's in your court now. You're in the position Trump's been in, and the DOJ covering up. Don't cover it up. I'm not saying you are, but the clock's ticking now. Release the Jerkygate files now.
But so they have a bunch of more shit on Jerkygate? Is that what Alex is saying? Because, I mean, it's all here. People can search for it. Here's the last email when you search jerky. Francis has time to come tomorrow to show me how to make it. Jerky class, anyone? He will also bring you a taste of his new jerky recipe from the restaurant and sends a warm hello. He is working at a restaurant called Cannibal and Cooks. Wait for it, beef jerky and steak. He has time at 3 p.m. tomorrow if this is okay with you. Oh, so it sounds like it's homemade jerky. His new jerky restaurant. I mean, I don't know if they were using anything to preserve it or if it was just straight up homemade jerky. Because if it's homemade, then yeah, from what I'm reading, it makes more sense that they would freeze it. But yeah, it's not going to let me go back. What the fuck? Not going to let me go back? All right, well, whatever. So yeah, I mean, they're all in there. These are all real shit. Yeah, I mean, this is another one that's crazy. I mean, there's a lot of shit coming out lately that's just very weird. Like this right here, where they signed the day before he died, Friday, August 9th, they created this this press release about Epstein's death before he was actually dead. So that's a little weird as well. Could it be a typo? Who knows? I mean, yeah, it could be a typo, but again, that's a little weird. That's a little weird. And then here's them admitting in an email that they literally fucking snuck his body out. Blank were with Epstein's body and had secured the scene, remained with COs blank and blank until personnel from the Office of Chief Medical Examiner arrived to transport Epstein to their facility. Due to the large news media presence outside the MCC, a male OCME official called and said he would be arriving at the loading dock with a black vehicle. In order to thwart the media, blank, blank, and blank used boxes and sheets to create what appeared to be a human body, which was put into the white OCME vehicle, which the press followed, allowing the black vehicle to depart unnoticed with Epstein's body. So this kind of also backs up the 4chan post that the worker made that worked at the prison. And I mean, obviously they're making it like this was just to avoid the press. This was essentially to sneak Epstein's dead body out and not have the press like aware of which one has his body or whatever. I'm not 100% sure Epstein's still alive, but I would say that's definitely a possibility. So, I mean, yeah, why, who cares if the press sees the white vehicle? Like, and was there really that much press out there where you had to do a fucking sneak job on him and create a fake body? And that shit's weird. Massive DOJ FBI cover-up of Epstein's death confirmed. On the night that Epstein died, an FBI agent knowingly erased multiple hard drives, recording Epstein's cell block. That's the other thing, too. I mean, that came out. It wasn't... The footage was there. They fucking deleted it. There's definitely a cover-up here. Whether it's a cover-up because they murdered him and they wanted to make it look like a suicide, or it's a cover-up because they actually snuck him out of there and he's still alive and they want people to think he's dead. I don't know, but it's just too much for this not to be a cover-up, in my opinion. And guys, I forgot to do my little ads. It's not going to be a long ad. Smash the thumbs up if you're enjoying the show. It helps get it out there. Links are in the description if you want to support the show. Send super chats if you want to become a part of the conversation. It's much appreciated. Let's hear what Alex has to say about this. This latest outrage only adds to a long list of transparent lies that Trump's DOJ has told the American people in the last year. It seems like Alex is about to flip on Trump. Like, he's had enough. He's had enough of this shit.
I'm done with the Trump Justice Department. I've had a lot of questions, but now it's completely clear. They told us that the cameras malfunctioned inside the jail, and then they released edited videos with time cut out. Now we learn they sent the FBI in right when he died to erase most of the cameras. This is in the Epstein files. This is confirmed. This is a cover-up. And if Trump is involved, he needs to fire Bondi and Todd Blanche and clean house right now. But if he doesn't, then Trump is complicit in this. I'm done, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the breakdown.
Flashback.
And the minute missing from the video, we released the video showing definitively the video was not conclusive, but the evidence prior to it was showing he committed suicide.
No, there was no evidence in that video that concluded fucking anything. The biggest conclusion we could take away is there was a minute there that you guys deleted that you didn't want us to see, which makes it even more suspicious. Yeah, I mean, try to say it's not a cover-up when this is how they behaved. Trying to convince you of shit and make you believe something that just your eyes would never believe. Like, what does that video prove? That video proves nothing.
And what was on that, there was a minute that was off the counter. And what we learned from Bureau of Prisons was every year, every night, they redo that video. It's old, from like 1999. So every night the video is reset, and every night should have the same minute missing. So we're looking for that video to release that as well, showing that a minute.
Never got it. Never got it. So, I mean, if that was the case and it was just routine maintenance of the system, then yeah, there should have been 100 videos of every day there being a minute missing. But I think it's already been pretty much debunked. Because there's the metadata on the file shows it was edited, it was screen recorded, it was, I don't know, man. This is, what's sad about this is, like, it's clearly a cover-up and they're doing such a bad job with the cover-up.
And it is missing every night.
Gentlemen, I thought I couldn't be shocked or stunned anymore, but I am. We learned 3 days ago in the new Epstein files released by the DOJ, 3 million of them, they're holding back 3 million more, imagine what's in those, that they signed the death certificate, the feds, a day before Epstein died. And they've confirmed it. They just say it was an interesting mistake. Now, in the documents, this is
it's an interesting mistake. That's a weird way to put it. Well, what's interesting about it? I mean, it is kind of important to get the dates right and shit like this. So, like, come on. You're telling me the guy who did it, either maybe he did it afterwards, it was a couple days later. I don't know if this, And then they just said, what day did he die? Oh, I guess the 9th. And they just wrote the 9th. I don't know. It could be a mistake, but with everything else, again, it doesn't seem like a mistake to me. But then why would they do this on purpose? Like they wouldn't do. I mean, I don't know. Why, if they were trying, okay, like if you did write it early, right? Like you knew you're going to whack them and you're like, go ahead and just write it now. That way we have it. You'd at least be smart enough to put the right date on it, right? So maybe it is a mistake.
Confirmed. The FBI showed up the day Epstein died and said we're doing an unscheduled repair of the camera systems. And the jail guard said it will erase everything on the hard drives. And they said, read it here, we understand that's okay. Did you hear what I just said? You couple that with Todd Blanche, who really runs the DOJ, the Deputy Attorney General.
So yeah, they didn't just malfunction. They could have gotten the footage, but they took the steps to make sure it would get deleted. There's definitely no cover up here, guys. Definitely no cover up. Yep, and Kurt Cobain definitely killed himself.
General last week telling reporters there are no Johns, there are no abusers. We've seen no evidence of it, despite the emails being full of cannibalism, blood drinking, murder, buying babies. And they blacked out the names.
People going crazy think they found a code word for human meat.
Yeah, we saw this already.
We'll
skip over and see what else Alex has to say. This is Alex's time to shine, man. This is right up Alex's alleyway, dude. Fucking the elite are eating people. Like, okay, Alex, action.
Books, wait for it, beef jerky and steak.
So I've had to say it. I never saw evidence of Trump or any of his associates involved in anything illegal. The Democrats are all over it, but it doesn't matter. Trump has joined their deep state operation by extension and is now an accessory after the fact. But this is such a gift to the left because they're all self.
I kind of do believe that. I could be wrong. I don't think Trump was like fucking kids or anything like that. I don't know. Maybe he was up to some shenanigans. I don't know. But it's very clear he was an early whistleblower who was cooperating to take down Epstein. So, yeah, is it possible that Trump was just playing it smart? And even though he was involved, he knew the safe bet would be to turn on Epstein and throw him under the bus. But I don't know. I don't think Trump was involved with a lot of the dirty shit. But now he's covering it up, so it doesn't matter. It's like now he's part of the stink, whether or not he did some shit. Like he's taking the advice of whoever the fuck is telling him to cover it up, or maybe it's his decision to cover it up. I don't know. But it's such a fucking disaster. It really is. For those of us who had some hope for some good shit to come out, yeah, we still might get some good shit from this administration, but what a fucking disaster, bro.
Celebrating. They're the ones promoting pedophilia publicly, the sexualization of children, and transgenderism, all of this. And they're just sitting back and laughing at the horrible handling of this by Trump, ladies and gentlemen, all because, as he told MTG, he didn't want to embarrass some of his friends. And then we learn it's Howard Lutnick living next door with no evidence of anything. It's so sad to watch Trump destroy himself. You know, Napoleon said, don't interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake and destroying themselves. Well, I love Trump getting us basically out of the UN, pulling out of 66 agencies. I love him shutting down the border and finding half the missing kids already. I love him having great economic plans and no tax on tips and gas prices cut almost in half and food prices finally dropping. That's why I don't want to see him do this. But the CIA, we know Epstein worked for them. It's come out. It's in the documents. They came to him and said national security, so Trump did it. What a shame. And now they're going to impeach him over it. But we're going to cover the Democrats. We're going to cover Trump's wrong, but we're going to cover the Democrats. When they smirk and call us the pedophiles, we're going to point out they're the ones in all the documents. They're the ones doing it. And we see right through their incredible evil. But here's the particular document from the FBI where they say some photographs depict victims, unknown, identified females and males, former U.S. presidents, secretaries of state, and others. Delete it. Don't show it. And Ghislaine Maxwell took the fifth today. The Democrat said she's covering up for Trump.
That's a weird flip, right? Because didn't she say she was going to answer questions and cooperate? And then all of a sudden now she's pleading the fifth? That's a little weird.
Because she met with Todd Blanche for 2 days. You talk about sabotage. I mean, Todd Blanche is a Democrat Party lawyer. And Trump, for whatever reason, likes him. Like he liked Bill Barr, whose dad created Epstein.
Yes, Akuma skill. I think that the phrase never interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake goes further back than Napoleon, I believe.
And who got him to work for George Walker Bush for the CIA in 91 and to put him on the Trilateral Commission, Jeffrey Epstein, in 91 as the attache of David Rockefeller. That's all come out in here. My God. So sad to watch Trump self-immolate. You've seen the famous footage of the Buddhist monk in Vietnam pour gasoline on himself and light himself on fire. And I'm just like, Trump, don't do it. But Trump's poured the gasoline all over himself, and he's now striking the match. And all you white pillars and people say, don't question anything he does. Okay, maybe it turns out right. Maybe he's playing trillion D chess. But regardless, I won't sit there and go along with the cover-up.
I mean, he's making terrible moves. Even if his goal is to cover it up, he's fucking up the cover-up. Like, dude, if you're going to do some terrible shit, at least be good at the terrible shit you're doing. You know? For fuck's sake. This is something I mentioned before, and I think this is something that's going on here, which is there is a connection between the victims and the perpetrators in the sense that some of the people who came in as victims then became perpetrators. Epstein brought in a lot of the young women that he trafficked or whatever, and they then participated in recruiting new women to be trafficked. So all of this, like protecting the victims, might actually be protecting the perpetrators as well. And I kind of thought about this before because it's weird how the victims don't ever really tell us who's, you know, there's victims out there who have a story to tell, but oh, they got a bunch of money to shut up and they don't say anything now. So I'm suspicious of this, and I think Elon's right on the money. Most of the child victims were turned into traffickers themselves by Epstein after age 18. By making them commit crime with him, Epstein ensured their silence more than any NDA possibly could. They should be offered amnesties in order to testify. I mean, it depends on what their crimes were. Were their crimes just recruiting other young women to fuck rich guys? Okay, we can give them amnesty for that. I mean, were they recruiting people that were getting eaten? Were they recruiting women who got turned into fucking beef jerky? Okay, well, there's no amnesty for that. You need to go to jail. And possibly worse. Yeah, Rogan, we did a search of Rogan when we were looking through the files, and Rogan is in there. But I didn't get deep into it to like really uncover it. And apparently in 2017, Rogan had a guest that was trying to get Rogan to go meet Epstein. And thank God for old Rogies. He was smart enough to say, no, thank you. Interesting.
I'm in the files for not going.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm in the files for not going. Jeffrey Epstein was trying to meet.
That's the way you want to be in the files. You want to be in the files for saying, no, thank you. Don't email me again. You're blocked.
Meet with me.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, and I was like, what?
You're like, no, thanks.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad?
Yeah, but I would have never went anyway. It's like, it's not even a possibility that I would have went.
But
especially after I Googled him. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? This was like 2017. One of my guests was trying to get me to meet him. I was like, bitch, are you high? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Epstein asks Lawrence Krauss to introduce him to, we already saw this, right? Things are hectic. So sorry for not getting back to you earlier. Sorry to hear about the upheavals. But I know that you take these things in stride. I will reach out to Rogan. I think I have his email, or at least his producer's email. He lives and works in L.A., so that's him responding to Jeffrey Epstein.
So this is a lot of what I've, from the little bit I've glimpsed out of the files. And I've noticed this, like having a little taste of like meeting celebrities and blah, 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 blah. There's so many people who just like their life is just like getting connected to powerful people. It's what they want, right? Like, introduce me to this powerful guy, that powerful guy. And I think like Epstein was like, that was his thing. Like, I want to meet all the powerful people, and who knows like what his motive was there, to blackmail them, or if that was part of like of what he was doing, was just like connecting people and getting deals done by connecting people. Who the fuck knows, man? But there is a weird thing with like people's obsession with celebrity. Like, people just, they want to be connected to these powerful people and then like have pictures with them on their wall so they could be like, look, here's me with Bill Clinton and here's me with blah, blah, blah. And like, I don't have that. Every celebrity I've met, you can ask every single one of them. I never ask them for a picture. I don't want to take a picture, okay? For me, meeting celebrities is like, oh, this is a cool person who's like done cool shit. I like to like talk to him and like get to know him and pick his brain. But other people, it's like, I just need to get a photo. I just need to get a photo so I can show all my friends that I was in the same room as the celebrity and I'm cool and I'm popular and everybody likes me. It's a lot of people are like that. It's really pathetic.
Funny, because what Joe just showed me is his correspondence with Lawrence Krauss. So this is the other side of it, of what was going on.
Yeah.
And it was Epstein it was like some trick to try to rehab the guy.
By the way, I have taken pictures with celebrities, but it wasn't, I realized I was like, oh, I took a picture with Alex Jones. I took a picture with Ari, but it was because we did a podcast and that's what they do at the end of the podcast. They're like, hey, let's take a picture. I didn't want to take the picture. I always look fucking terrible in pictures. If like for me to take pictures, you got to take like 200 pictures of me and maybe one of them will be okay. Right? I only look good here because I can pick the angle and like lock in on the angle, okay? And make myself look good. In a picture, I lose all control over that. And it's like, I don't want to see myself in a picture. Unless it's a good photographer who knows how to make me look good, then no, I mean, that's different.
In an email between Epstein and Lawrence Krauss,
that is why WCG Capone, you're right. I don't want a picture because I look like Pink Trip. There are pictures I look good in, okay? You just have to take hundreds of them to get one.
States if he wants, Rogan can have dinner with Woody Allen on Friday. Worth mentioning that this email...
No, but honestly, I have no interest in taking pictures with celebrities. I don't like taking pictures. That's just
was
me.
Dated September 20...
And maybe if I was super beautiful and loved to look at myself all day, and I was some crazy fucking narcissist, yeah, I'd probably like taking pictures.
24th, 2017, after Krauss appeared on Joe Rogan Experiences in March. So here it is. From my friend Arnold Felkoff, my diving instructor. Right. So then he writes back, Jeffrey Epstein says, if he wants, Rogan can have dinner with Woody Allen on Friday. That's September. So this is their email thread.
I mean, that's pretty lame if that's who you have to try to entice somebody. It's like, ooh, tell him he can meet Woody Allen. Who the fuck wants to meet Woody Allen? Like Joe Rogan's gonna, but Woody Allen, okay, Epstein, I'll be there. Sorry, bro. You would need somebody way better than Woody Allen. I mean, to me, that tells me Epstein really didn't have many people to pull from. If the best guy to lure Rogan out is Woody Allen, give me a break.
What a privilege.
Good. Let me see back. So, sorry about Rogan so far. He seems more timid than I would have thought.
Yeah, they always think he's some like dickhead.
I actually look better in videos.
Freeman 3 super chatted $5. Look terrible in pictures.
What do you mean?
Video 2. Gosh.
I'm beautiful. What are you talking about, Freeman? Look how beautiful I am. I do look better in videos, dude. Pictures can be misleading because they capture little moments, you know. You can catch a still frame of somebody looking shitty and then the next still frame they look good. It's all about like that moment in time, how they look. Yeah, I do look better in video. I'm more comfortable with video than I am with photos.
And that he's like cool with like awful people like that.
To be honest, look, I'm just not gay, okay? All right? I'm straight. Straight people don't like taking pictures all the time. It's gay.
They always assume, because he's the dude bros, he'll just come because it's fuck island, you know? And they're all surprised that he's not like that.
So apparently this is Rogan saying no. That was Rogan had said no. Sorry about Rogan so far. He seems more timid than I would have thought. Do you mean he means he doesn't want to go to the Epstein Island? He doesn't want to go hang out with Woody Allen. And
see, the thing is, at this point, everybody knew what was going on, or like they knew that there were some pedophile charges against him, and that there was a lot of theories, and people knew to stay away. But like 2010, or no, what I said maybe 2006, a billionaire invites you to his island, and everybody's like, "Oh, dude, his island parties are the best, dude. Nothing but hot models and fucking. It's an island, dude, and with fucking beautiful women." A lot of people would say yes to that. But 2017 is different because by then everybody kind of knew what was up, and there was a risk there. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would be hard for me as like a 22-year-old kid, and all of a sudden this billionaire, and I don't know the billionaire. I don't know that he's Epstein, and he's, you know, all we know about Epstein now. I just know a billionaire wants you to go to his island to party with a bunch of hot models. Try to say no to that when you're 22.
A bunch of other PDF files at Epstein Island. Joe Rogan.
So yeah, good on Rogies, man. Smart man. Smart man. Epic. ABC News was forced to admit on air that President Trump blew the whistle on Jeffrey Epstein all the way back in 2006. All the Democrats calling Trump a pedophile look like clowns tonight. If it weren't for Trump, Epstein may have never been arrested the first time around. I mean, that's interesting. The lawyer who represented the victims, I believe that's the one who came out and said Trump was very helpful and he was very cooperative. And, you know, so look, maybe Trump was just smart enough to do this, even though he's guilty of some shit. But I think the people that are like, Trump's definitely guilty of shit, like, no, you can't say that. You're going off a bunch of accusations like that have no backing. Like, rich, famous people get accusations all the time because people get paid off of their accusations. If you know, you can fucking get them to settle, you get some cash. So accusations aren't enough for somebody like Trump, in my opinion, especially after he became president and became the most hated man in the world. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I think so many people so badly want Trump to be guilty of some shit. And I don't think we have enough to say 100%. But what he is guilty of is covering it up. He's guilty of flipping the script. So yeah, he's guilty in that sense. So, but yeah, here's ABC News.
This morning, a new document coming to light claims in the mid-2000s, President Trump called police about Jeffrey Epstein. Among the 3 million Epstein files released by the Department of Justice last month is a 4-page FBI report on an interview the Bureau conducted in 2019 with the man believed to be former Palm Beach Police Chief Michael Ryder. Ryder and his detectives began investigating Epstein for human trafficking in 2004. According to the document, Trump called Ryder around
Yeah, I know plenty of accusations. Guys, you understand what an accusation is, right? Anybody can make an accusation. Okay? Like, who said that? Nightwatch. Nightwatch. You raped me last night, and I'm going to the police tomorrow unless we settle, okay?
that time and said, "Thank goodness you're stopping him. Everyone has known he's been
So now you have an accusation of rape, Nightwatch. So, okay.
doing this." Ryder also says Trump said he threw Epstein out of his club, and he was around Epstein once when teenagers were present, and Trump got the hell out of there. The former police chief says Trump told him to focus on Epstein's associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, saying she is evil.
Did you have any suspicions that he was molesting young women,
No, I had
underage
no
women?
idea. I had no idea.
Trump has long denied having any knowledge of Epstein's crimes, but Ryder says Trump was one of the very first people to call when people found out that they were investigating Epstein.
So yeah, I mean, you can't ignore that and not give a point to Trump for that. For very early on, willing to cooperate and kind of spill the beans on what he knew. But yeah, I mean, dude, there's so much of this, like this whole world. I mean, the Super Bowl halftime show is a perfect example of that. So much of this is like, are you on my team or not? Trump is the head guy. Trump is like the coach of the team I hate, and like, yeah, I mean, whether you believe he's guilty or not really falls down the line of, do you hate Trump or do you like Trump? I mean, it's so many people it's politics, dude. They want they want this guy taken out, and they don't care how. So yeah, again, I don't know. He could be guilty of some shit. We don't know. That we have to acknowledge that. Yeah, so we had some more shit. Whipple Ice facility were warned that protest was illegal and to disperse. So we got look, it looks like they're really starting to like come down on these ICE protesters. This one's a pretty fun video. We'll get a little break and watch some fun videos. They can't. The protesters are always so fucking cringy, bro. Watch, wait for it.
You are under arrest. Be seated where you are. Follow the directions of officers.
I love how they're just all, we're gonna just sneak them. We're gonna fucking sneak them, bro. Go.
You are under arrest. Be seated where you are. Follow the directions of officers. You are under arrest. Be seated where you are. Follow the directions of officers.
I don't think people realize how many revolutions throughout history were started exactly like this. A wild fucking mob gets out of control. the local whatever authority has to kind of try to shut things down. They get too rough with the mob, and then you get like a Boston Massacre type situation, and then that rallies the people to get even more revolutionary, and then there you go. So that's to me that's a lot of the strategy behind this, dude. It's just to repeat what we've seen in history so many times. Make some crazy situation where the protesters on your side get hurt or killed, and then you can fucking rally behind that. Look at this chick rolling around on the ground. It's so stupid, bro.
Leave me alone.
She's out of breath already. You know that rolling around like that is not easy when you're 400 pounds. It's so lame, bro. They're trying to resist, but they don't actually have the balls to really resist. So it's like, I don't really want to resist and get hurt, so I'm just gonna roll around like a retard. Is she eating? Is she fucking eating? Is that food in her mouth, bro? Look at her mouth. She's rolling around eating food. Oh man. I guess, yeah, that's how you get that fat. You just, no matter what's going on, you're still shoving food in your mouth. But this reminds me, this is like straight out of like a comedy sitcom or something. Oh, okay, now the demon comes out. See, they're such children. Like, all you got to do is cooperate, and it's like, no, I'm going to keep my leg like this, so you have to work hard to arrest me. It's like, just cooperate. It's done, dude. Stop wasting everybody's fucking time.
You are under arrest. Be seated where you are and follow the directions of officers.
They're children, bro.
You are under arrest. Be seated where you are and follow the directions of officers.
Yeah, get back to Fatty. I want to see what Fatty does.
You are being unreasonably aggressive.
Zip him up.
I can't fucking breathe. Let me pull my mask down. Shit. Damn.
Hey, I can't breathe. You know, it's.
I have asthma. Can you calm the fuck down? I'm not even touching you. I'm doing nothing to you. I was rolling. I didn't know rolling around on the ground was illegal.
It's children shit, dude. This is like childish shit, bro.
I didn't know it was illegal to roll around on
Yeah,
the
they
ground.
be toddling. They be toddling, Brian Reflex. Good way to put it.
Oh, yeah, that works. Well, actually, no, don't touch my fucking backpack.
Ooh, what's he got in his backpack? It's crazy, dude. It's so pathetic at this point. It's so fucking
And
pathetic.
Spocko2181 super chatted $1.99. Behold, the very flower of leftist femininity.
Oh, man. We're so fucked in this country, bro. Like, that clip is a perfect example of how fucked we are. Giant, overweight woman thinks she's fighting some fucking war, rolling around on the ground like a fucking pig in mud. It's like, while she's eating something, acting like a fucking toddler, bro. This country is cooked. Honestly, I don't know. Have you guys been noticing this? I've noticed like this last week, and maybe it's just my mental has not been good, but things seem to be getting really bad in this country, dude. Like it's seeming dark. Like we're on a dark path right now, and maybe it's just me overreacting, but I really feel like we're going down a dark path that's going to lead to something really nasty in this country. And I can't shake that feeling. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being over dramatic. Here's the anti-ICE agitators armed with dildos. Throw them at a driver. Spoiler alert, this guy was an ICE protester. He's anti-ICE, and they all just started attacking him because they're fucking retards who can't even read the sign in the back of the guy's truck. They don't even understand Nuremberg 2.0 is essentially the leftists calling for trials against ICE. And they're too, I mean, these people are dumb. They don't even recognize their own team.
Yeffa-67 super chatted $10. I love when they start yelling about having medical issues when the cuffs come out.
Yeah, whatever they can do to make it seem really, really bad. Like, oh, look, the police are attacking this sick woman. And it's like, lady, if you were sick, maybe you should have stayed home. You know? And if I don't think you really have an asthma problem. I think you have a fat problem, dude. You're 400 pounds. You can't, even when you're being arrested, you can't stop shoving food in your fucking mouth. Like, you got a problem, lady. Thank you. How you doing, El Jefe? Thank you, brother. So he's saying, do you see the sign? Because they're all attacking his truck, and he's there. He's showing up for the protest to support the protesters, and they're all attacking him. Bro, you got to make your signs a little more obvious. They're not that intelligent, okay? You need to have just like real simple talk that they understand, like fuck ICE. Okay? It's too much work for them to understand what you mean by Nuremberg 2.0. I mean, these people are not the most intelligent, in case you haven't figured that out. I swear there are a lot of these people that are just in this, especially now that they're bringing kids to these fucking protests, like high school kids and shit. They're just in it for the funsies, man. They're in it to like just create fucking mayhem and have fun with it. Maybe you shouldn't be on their side. Maybe this should be a wake-up call that you're on the side of the retards. And finally somebody figures it out. Somebody with an IQ above 80 is like, oh, his signs are he's on our side. Oh, is that what Nuremberg 2.0 means? I didn't know. I thought that was pro-Trump stuff. Yeah, Jake Lang pulling more stunts. I don't know. I cringe every time I watch this dude in his fucking performance art or whatever it's called. It's so stupid. It's almost like it's art for the leftists. It's like, hey, leftists, we're going to put on a little display of what we think MAGA is actually like, and then you guys can freak out and go crazy. And it's like, it's why is it always the idiots that get the attention? Yeah, this is his stunt. The back of a U-Haul with a giant cross and bags of ice as Ice Baby plays. Okay, yeah, that's really that's gonna change something. That's gonna make the world a better place, ain't it? And they're lucky they didn't get yanked out again and fucking lynched by the mob. I bet that guy's hand hurts, huh? Let's watch that again. Oh, nah, he's all right. At least he's smart enough this time to have cars following him to kind of block the crowd a little bit.
At Freeman 3 super chatted $20. We are engaged in a new progressive future attempt. It's the 1920s and 30s all over again. The kids do it to belong. They have had normalcy stole from their young lives.
Yeah, I mean, the kids are the most easy to manipulate. Like, because I was a dumb kid too. Like, I was a dumb leftist. We all were. I was just talking about this on the Discord because we were talking about Kurt Cobain. Because Kurt Cobain, there was a report in the Daily Mail that, like, yeah, he was murdered. And I've been following Justice for Kurt since the early 2000s. People talk about like what us millennials went through. Like, we went through like 2 wars, we went through 9/11. We went through the 2001, the .com crash. We went through the 2008 housing crisis. But one thing people forget about is like, we lost all of our heroes, dude. Like so many fucking people I looked up to as a kid, the celebrities that I liked died when I was a kid. Chris Farley, dead. Kurt Cobain, dead. I still remember I was like 12 years old when Kurt Cobain died. And I remember my friend hated Kurt Cobain because he was a rap guy. And he called me up just to laugh about Kurt Cobain dying. And it hit me because Kurt Cobain my cousin got me incesticide when I was like 9 years old. And it was one of the first like bands I connected with was Nirvana. Spin Doctors too. I don't know how many of you guys remember the Spin Doctors, but they were fucking fire, bro. They're still good. Go listen to some Spin Doctors, bro. So yeah, that affected me. But then, you know, also Bradley Noel. Okay, Shannon Hoon. I mean, the list goes on and on and on of like people we looked up to who died. And yeah, Kurt Cobain didn't kill himself. I'm not saying it was an elite hit job. You know, it's not some elite shit. It was just sometimes you marry the wrong woman. I'm not saying she had something to do with it, but I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. But yeah, we'll get into that too. I got that article. Thank you for the 20 friend. Very generous, brother. Thank you so much. Like when I was watching the halftime show, I was thinking like, this is like Latin America's version of Vanilla Ice, Bad Bunny, you know. And then I thought about it, I was like, no, but wait a minute, actually Vanilla Ice, it was better than Bad Bunny. Like I know Vanilla Ice, people don't. I don't know. We always, even when he was popular, everybody laughed and thought it was stupid and sucked. But now when you look back on it, like people seem to like kind of like Vanilla Ice a little more, but that's how bad Bad Bunny is. I was starting to think of like all these shitty 90s bands when I was a kid growing up that like people liked. I was like, New Kids on the Block. I was like, oh yeah, it's like yeah, not all popular music is good. Sometimes it's just popular because it's put in front of people and then everybody's like, oh, this is a cool thing, so let me do cool thing. But then I went and I listened to New Kids on the Block and I was like, oh, dude, actually they could sing. New Kids on the Block actually fucking had talent, bro. Even though the music sucks, like they were at least musical with the music. Bad Bunny is next level bad, bro. That's next level bad.
Keep moving! We're back, baby! We're back! We will not be replaced!
So yeah, this was his stupid act. It's so fucking dumb. I don't know why the dude keeps getting attention for it all the fucking time, but he does. Oh, here's Alex Jones. Looks like, I'm telling you, it looks like Alex is turning on Trump, bro. It looks like Alex is done. Alex has been like one of these guys trying his best to not just like go completely black pill anti-Trump like so many people are. But I think Alex is slowly getting there, man. He's slowly getting there.
But I have actually sat back and prayed and said, God, this is going to save 2 billion people cutting off the carbon shutdown. Oh my God, shutting down Kennedy, shutting down all the poison shots, the fluoride. Oh my God, it's so, I mean, it's just at the border. They found half the missing kids. It's so good. It's like, God's like, yeah? And what does your conscience tell you? It's still wrong to cover up for these people. And so it's like putting a tablet of cyanide in a 100-gallon thing of water. That tablet of cyanide, you can take that 100-gallon bottle of water, feed it to the whole school of 1,000 kids and kill every one of them.
Yeah, Ice Ice Baby did slap. You know why it slapped? Because he stole like one of the greatest bass lines of all time. It just changed one note. And it's like, yeah. If you take iconic riffs and reuse them, it turns out the song's going to be good.
And 99.9% of the water was good, but you still killed the whole school. And that's it. So I'm sorry. With the Democrats, it's a solid container of nothing but cyanide. And with Trump, it's a giant container of water, bloop, plop, plop, fizz, fizz, put the cyanide tablets in. I'm like, don't drink it. I've prayed about this. I've told you I've been really struggling with it. And I'm going ape shit. That's it.
Uh-oh.
So, there you go. Gloves are off. Is there or his family or his associates in these 3 million files that is talking about raping children, eating children? No. But hold your horses. The DOJ with Todd Blanche coming out a few days ago and saying there's no men abusing anybody, and that's why we're redacting all the names and making aggressive faces at the reporter.
Yeah, I think they're starting to unredact them now because I've seen like Massey and I think even some of the other Republicans in the Senate and the House, they got access to the unredacted files. Yeah, I mean, there's some of those that's like, why are they redacted? Why are they redacted? It doesn't seem like you're protecting victims. It seems like you're protecting the perpetrators, bro. Young woman drops the most unfiltered take on what men really want. You know, if there was more women like this, I'd probably be married right now, because this woman's absolutely right. When it comes to men, beauty matters, but it's like what we want from a marriage and what we want from a relationship with a woman, women are no longer delivering. In fact, they're delivering the exact opposite, and then we wonder why so many men just don't want to get married. It's like, why, you're not even offering the parts of marriage that are appealing to me.
I personally think that men are basically all the same. Men just want a nice, sweet, supportive woman. You don't even have to be that beautiful. Like, don't be fat. Like, go to the gym, eat healthy, put a little bit of...
And here's the truth. You could be a little fat. In America, yeah, you could be a little fat as a woman. There's a lot of fat women that they have no problem finding a dude. And if you're also sweet and you cook really well, and when I come home, you're like, hi, honey, I love you. Oh, you make me feel good when I come home, and maybe you have some food, and you know, and you're like wanting to spend time with me. Like, that's what men want. But we get the exact opposite of that. We get home and it's just like all fucking nagging. Oh, we got a million chores for you to do. Instead of being a partner, we become like your fucking slave. It's like what you want is a slave to boss around and also be your little play doll, so you can manipulate us to be exactly what you have in your imagination. Is like, dude, can we please go back to sanity with relationships again? God bless this woman.
Makeup on, not too much, but ultimately men just want a supportive, kind, sweet woman. He's going to go out there, take on the world, do all these difficult things, and he just wants to go home and know that there's peace, there's food on the table, the house is clean. It's really not that difficult. All men want the same thing.
Can we get this in front of every woman? The problem is, like, to get women like that, you need mothers training them to be that way. Like the 1950s mom was pretty strict with their daughters about, like, hey, this, you know, your job is to, you know, you're going to get married and you're going to have to take care of the household, and I'm going to train you how to be a good wife, and blah, blah, all that's out the window. Now they're trained on how to, like, suck as much money away from men as possible. The training now is like how to find a rich guy to marry and take all his money, and then go find a bunch of fuckboys for the rest of your life. Crazy. Alex Jones predicts President Trump will be poisoned and die of a stroke after Democrats win the 2026 midterms. The midterms are not looking good, but who knows, man? Who knows? Yeah, I mean, Alex sounds like he's getting blackpilled out here.
The Democrats will sweep the midterms on the current path trajectory. They will impeach Trump. It will have a trial in the Senate with all the pedophilia and the cover-up. They will limit it only to the cover-up. None of the spirit cooking, none of the eating babies, none of the buying babies, none of the thousands of Democrats involved will matter, because the Democrats will control Congress and President Trump will be impeached. But probably before that, he'll have a stroke and die. They're going to kill him with poison, and they're ready, loaded to put it in his Diet Coke right now.
Well, I mean, the Diet Coke's already poisoned pretty much. So.
You see, the Satanists have their intel. I got mine. And I've been on my knees. I slept like 2 hours last night. I spent 4 hours on my knees saying, give me the intel, God. Give it. I have all the pieces, and I'm trying to calculate it. What do I do? And I'm just like 4 hours on my face. Straight, never sleeping, never stopping, never getting a drink of water. When I got off the carpet, there was snot and spit on the ground. When I was just like, please, give it to me. And you just got it. I got it. You just got it.
Hold on. What the fuck is he talking about? I gotta go back here. What is he talking about?
Great. And I'm just like, me the intel, God. 4 hours. I slept like 2 hours last night. I spent 4 hours on my knees saying, give me the intel, God. Give it. I have all the pieces, and I'm trying to calculate it. What do I do? And I'm just like 4 hours on my face. Straight. Never sleep.
So Alex was on his knees with his face to the ground, praying to God to give him the intel for 4 hours straight. Is that what you're telling me, Alex? Is that what you're telling? I don't know, bro. I have a hard time believing that.
Sleeping, never stopping, never getting a drink of water. When I got off the carpet, there was snot and spit on the ground when I was just like, please, give it to me. And you just got it. I got it. You just got it. And so it's been said, it's been released, the end of America, the end of the West, and that leads to giant nuclear war. And
so God gave you a black pill. Yeah, that's not very nice of God, is it? God, we need some white. There's always terrible times throughout history, God. Okay, can you white pill us, please?
And the end of life on the surface of the planet, we're all dead.
Jesus
and
Christ.
God's going to judge us.
Jesus, Alex.
If we don't navigate this, if the Christian West doesn't come back, doesn't expose the devil worshippers, doesn't bring them down, doesn't take action now, it's over.
When I pray to God tonight, I'm going to ask for a white pill. Please, can I have a white pill, God, so I can keep living and have hope? Because if God gives me a black pill, then what the fuck is the point of anything, bro? It's not very smart of God to be black pilling people.
Now remember, all the legends, you're getting stuff that nobody else has revealed to a mass audience ever, just so you know.
I really think Alex needs to update this format because it's so annoying. It's like a little teaser and then the intro, and then it's like it starts from the beginning. It's like, just start from the beginning at the beginning.
Well, the bad guys really don't like me. I'm not just blowing smoke at you here. Before I move on to the other big issues in the actual documents here, the latest nightmares. When you study ancient Babylonian, Egyptian, black magic that then got consolidated by Judea and by King Solomon, the wisest man that ever lived, they say, the son of King David. What was the seal of Solomon to control the demons? The idea that they're in a lamp is the archetype of his will, but using the commands of God over the devil and the demons. It's the Star of David, which is not the Star of David. It is the seal of Solomon.
Okay.
And I would explain that to the white supremacists that go, it's the Ren Fam star. That's another star, another thing. It doesn't matter. It's the same devil it goes back to. But the seal of Solomon was the seal he said God gave him to control evil, whether you believe that or not. And that's in mainline from the time Judaic books.
Okay, well, this is getting too... I'll give it a little more chance.
Written by King Solomon and others after him. So
look, I believe in a God, okay? I'm very much of the mind of like, we don't know anything. God's not telling us anything. God, we're here on our own, and I don't believe God's in here, fucking tinkering with things. I don't believe that. Of course, I don't know, so who knows? I could be wrong. But when it comes to the Bible and shit, like that stuff, it just goes through one ear and out the other, dude. I know, like, a lot of Catholics, this is probably like an older belief when it comes to Catholicism, where it's like, you shouldn't read the Bible because it'll actually lessen your faith, and it absolutely did that for me. Maybe I'm crazy, but when I read the Bible, I'm like, this just sounds like a dude talking fucking gibberish. I don't know, dude. But that's just me. Say what you want. Call me a blasphemer, but that's my legit... That's legit how I feel when I start reading old fucking scripture, and yeah.
If you want to know all that stuff, you can go read it. I'm like 10 years old into history, and everything my dad goes, you want to know what's really going on? Read this. So I had all that data bank already. And I'm just telling you, you can go look all this up for yourself. But no one navigating any, I see no one talking about this. That's what this is, okay? This is black magic, folks. And the Aztecs, the Mayans before them, the Druids, China had its black magic. It's all different flavors, dressed up different, but it's all exactly the same at the bottom line. All right? This is how the world really works. The devil's real. His legions are real. Pull up the Bible quote about, we fight not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and evil in high places, power of the air. This is what's going on. The air, the transmission, the dimension, the dark matter. It's 5 times more resonant in the scans than what we think of the third dimension. It's the real dimension.
But is dark matter evil? Or is it just matter?
We're real, but it's the controlling dimension. And the devil doesn't control it, but he operates in it. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness.
I love Alex, but I don't know, when he goes full preacher mode and he's got to please all the Christians, the diehard Christians in the audience, it's like, I tune out. This is crazy. Comedian Trevor Moore, Hollywood Insider, revealed COVID-19 was Jeffrey Epstein's kill switch. I've always been suspicious about the death of Trevor Moore. It never made sense. He was literally live streaming. I think this is from the stream the night he died. And you can watch the whole stream. He drinks like 1 or 2 White Claws, and he's completely not drunk. And then like an hour or 2, I forget the exact, it wasn't very long after that stream ended, he apparently got so drunk that he fell off his balcony drinking White Claws. It never made any sense to me. I mean, unless the dude was fucking doing parkour on his balcony or some stupid shit like that. How do you just fall off your balcony from drinking like 3 or 4 White Claws? Like, or maybe as soon as the stream ended, he just grabbed a giant bottle of Jack and just started downing it or something. Like, it doesn't make sense. And then when you hear the shit he was saying in his last episode, it's pretty uncanny. It's pretty crazy.
Bioengineering. So he had all of these scientists that he would donate money to their charities, and he would have them work on things and stuff. But what I heard, and this is completely unsubstantiated, but I heard it and I thought it was fascinating, was that he also had these same guys, because they were disease specialists and everything like that. He had them design a novel coronavirus that was his kill switch. Basically, like, that was his trump card, which is like, I don't go to jail or I release this shit.
I don't know. I don't remember exactly if this is the one he filmed the day he died, like hours before he died. Because I don't remember. It could be from like in that same time frame, but isn't that kind of shit happens? And then he just falls off of a balcony.
And like, it's like one of these
Weird.
things where if I don't keep entering in a thing every 30 days, I die. In like October, November, his kill switch went off, and that's when the disease got introduced into the world until it became what we do today. I don't believe it.
I don't. I'm with you. I don't believe that for a second, but that's a goddamn great conspiracy theory.
I love it, and I'm going to spread it as much as I can.
In case you missed it, the conspiracy theory was that Jeffrey Epstein had a kill switch, and that kill switch was COVID-19. Essentially, like if he died, he would release COVID-19, and then he dies, and what happens immediately after COVID-19? And you look at all the science that he was involved in, like all the scientists he was talking. I mean, it's very possible he could have actually, had the ability to do that. That's kind of an interesting conspiracy. And then the guy dies shortly after speaking this conspiracy to the world. I mean, you go watch a lot of Trevor Moore sketches. Like, it seems like the dude knew something, man. I don't know. He seemed to have some knowledge of some shit.
I think he may have been onto something. I think he just may have been onto something. So the crew just told me he died in 2021 at 41 years old, falling off of a balcony shortly after that video was made, where he claimed that COVID-19 was a kill switch for Jeffrey Epstein, and said Jeffrey Epstein paid people to create a novel coronavirus and then wielded it as blackmail, saying, if anything ever happens to me, this stuff gets released. It was a dead man switch. The way dead man switch works, you have it automatically set to disperse information, or in this case, a disease. And unless you put in a code every 24 hours, every 48 hours, then it automatically releases. You have to actually actively stop it from being released. So if you die and no one stops it, then it automatically gets released within 28, 24, 48 hours, whatever it is. So that was Trevor Moore from Wise Kid You Know, who was killed by being thrown off a balcony shortly after that in 2021, saying Jeffrey Epstein was tied in with the creation of COVID, and the fact that he, quote unquote, died, and then COVID immediately hit the ground running. Remember, COVID, came about in probably September, October, maybe November of 2019. That's why it's called COVID-19. Even though 2020 was the year of the lockdowns and everything, it was COVID-19 because that's when it first started spreading.
Yeah, my initial suspicion of why they did COVID-19, to me, it was the liberal world order or whatever you call it. It was just basically to destroy Trump's economy and to set up a situation where they could steal an election by making it so dangerous for people to leave their houses that they could bring about something like universal mail-in ballots, which would absolutely allow anybody to steal an election. But who knows? Maybe this is it too. Maybe it was Jeffrey Epstein's parting gift. That's
shortly
possible.
after Jeffrey Epstein died. So that, as he puts it, is a kind of crazy conspiracy theory from the outset. And he's like, but I think it's great, so I'm going to keep spreading it. Now we have evidence. Now there's evidence in the Epstein files that was probably true. From Invisidon at Quantum Altered X on X. The idea for the pandemic was born in these emails. While it was, quote, wild polio here, the rest describes exactly how they portrayed COVID. Not getting 3 vaxes is the problem. People who aren't sick and have no symptoms are the problem, quote, the invisible enemy. And so you have this email to Jeffrey Epstein from this scientist with the headline, with the title, Invisible Enemy, saying most of the 22 cases of polio-like paralysis in Syria, 10 of which have been confirmed by polio virus tainting, are among the children below the age of 2 that were unimmune.
Yeah, but isn't there some truth to that? Like typhoid Mary? Like a lot of the spreaders are the ones that actually don't get sick. They have it, they can spread it, but whatever reason, they're not sick, right? So there is some truth to that. Those are the people that spread it the most because they're not sick. No one knows they're sick. They're not going to isolate. But they're as contagious as a sick person, so.
Unimmunized and had not received 3 doses of the vaccine. The WHO warned last month that there was a high risk of polio spreading internationally because of the movements of refugees across the region and low immunization rates in Syria. The WHO wants to get rid of polio completely and got pretty close until recent outbreaks. The fact that most of those infected do not display symptoms but can still spread the disease makes a very hard virus to get rid of, as it is like fighting an invisible enemy. And this was in 2013 that these emails were first exchanged. Then you have this. Epstein files reveal yet another critical COVID-19 figure with close relation to the late pedophile, none other than the Proximal Origins author, Ian Lipkin. In this 2012 email from Lipkin to Epstein, we can see them scheduling a meeting with Lipkin bragging about how he, quote, directs the largest and most productive center for pathogen surveillance and discovery. The Proximal Origin paper and the subsequent firestorm it created are well documented. This is yet again another tie between prolific pedophile Jeffrey Epstein and the COVID-19 pandemic. It was COVID-19 a dead man switch from Jeffrey Epstein. He was certainly in.
Someone says, if you're not sick, you're not coughing and spreading germs everywhere. It's true. You would think you would be less contagious. But I bet you there's a lot of conspiracies around Typhoid Mary, right? Like maybe she was just a scapegoat or something. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, Typhoid Mary, from what I remember watching, because I watched a documentary about it, she worked as a like a cook, a house help or whatever. And she kept every family that she would go work for. Like she was told basically to stop, to stop working for families, and she refused to stop. She refused to believe that she was giving people typhoid. And essentially the way she spread it was like, one of the examples was she made like peaches and cream. So it's like ice cream and peaches. And, because they, back then people didn't wash their hands as regularly as they do now. And the fact that it's something that you serve cold, you don't cook it to remove any of the germs or the typhoid from it or whatever. Like, yeah, the whole family got sick. And, yeah, but I know there are conspiracies that people don't believe that she was just a scapegoat for it, but it is a real thing. I think also like, the flu of, what was it, 1916 or whatever? Like that pandemic from the early 1900s. It was like a pig farmer, I believe, who, he was also immune to the flu. And then he became a cook for the military, and then he spread that shit to every one of the soldiers, and it just went wild from there. But the guy himself, originally, he was a spreader, but he also didn't have symptoms. Like he was one of those guys that got it but didn't get sick. Crazy, huh?
Involved with all the people.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I just rest in peace, Trevor Moore, dude. We lose too many good people. This happened to the quartering. I don't know how many of you guys saw this, but they're trying to say it's because X is dangerous. Look, X is kind of dangerous. This is a reason why I save bookmarks. Like if you see how I do things, I save the bookmarks. I'm not live scrolling X, even though I don't watch pornography on X, I will still occasionally get some shit that would get me in trouble on YouTube. So I never live scroll X. And I'm noticing Instagram's the worst lately, bro. I lingered too long. Like, I must have lingered like a second or two too long on some hot chick's Instagram. And my whole feed now is just thirst traps, dude. It's all chicks that are just like half dressed. Immediately the video starts and they're bending over for the camera, pretending like they're doing something that makes them have to bend over. They're not just bending over to show off their ass. All videos like that. So yeah, I mean, all it takes is you just linger a little too long, bro. You see a nice ass and you're like, oh, okay, scroll up. Oh, the algorithm already tracked it. Like, oh, you lingered 2 seconds more on this than you did anything else. It's like, well, yeah, but it's hard when you got a beautiful woman. It's like, I know to move, keep moving. Otherwise, it's all I'm going to get. It's just the fucking saturation of whoreness on the internet is just, it's beyond anything healthy at this point. It's just like people have always known sex sells, sex gets attention. And it's gotten to a point where like, that's all it is, dude. It's all a bunch of fucking half naked women trying to sell their OnlyFans, dude, and show their ass off for attention. That's where we're going as a world. Like, all content's just going to be women shaking their ass, and dudes or anybody offering anything of value other than sex. We're just going to get buried by all the fucking whores, dude. But yeah, this happened to the quartering.
Although you did buy the in camera, so.
Oop.
Oh boy.
Although you did buy the in camera, so.
But I think this is a little worse for the quartering, because I do admit, like, I'm not, dude. I swear to God, I am not searching porn on X. Okay, but I will still get. If it doesn't happen on my feed, on my For You feed. It happens when I search a term. Right, like I'll search something like innocuous that has nothing to do with pornography, and then one of the things that pops up will be somebody promoting some fucking porn. So yeah, but yeah, this is bad because apparently his search, when he shows his search, it's like he was clearly searching for like cream pie stuff. Oh, the quartering, man.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, not good.
But
not good.
Anytime this is why I can't.
I'm not lying, dude. I know no one's gonna believe me because that's the way people are. I don't go on X to look for porn. Okay. All right. I'm not lying about that, but I know no one's gonna believe me. That's fine.
Twitter.
That's why I'm out. Like if I'm ever hosting, I'm not logged in because that way it limits what you can see because I don't.
Oh yeah, sensitivity warning. Yeah, I guess I could probably do.
Yeah, I do. I have that turned on too. I have the like all the shit turned on because I live stream on X. I use X for a lot of my shit I'm reacting to. I think the quartering's just a dirty gooner though, bro.
Go back to the boobs. You guys.
Let me look at this guy. He looks like a dirty gooner. I don't. He looks like one.
Find boobs on the internet. All right.
Also, don't.
Yeah, don't do that. But it's very, very dystopian. Very, very like. Think of the kids.
Yeah, but you're the one searching for cream pie videos, quartering.
Kind of thing. Like.
Did you think about the kids when you were searching for cream pie videos?
More.
By the way, dudes that are into that shit, that's weird, bro. I mean, it is kind of weird the shit people are into. Like, you want to see another man? Like, to me, that's only appealing if I'm the man. I don't want to watch another man do a you-know-what. That's kind of gay. It's kind of gay. I mean, any porn where, you're... Like, it's got to be POV porn at this point, where it's like, you're not seeing the man. Like, you are looking from the viewpoint of the man. I can deal with that. But who wants to see that? So people have some weird fetishes, bro.
It's just on steroids. Think of the kids, but on steroids.
Man.
Yeah.
And the world we live in.
We also had, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, that won't be...
Look at this dirty gooner, bro. Look, you ain't fooling nobody, bro. You're not fooling nobody, Jeremy. Look at this dirty. Oh, dude. At least he's presenting his non-gooning hand. Okay, hide that dirty gooner hand. All right. Look at this. You can't tell me this guy's not searching cream pies on X like 24/7, bro. There's no way. There's no way. Oh, yeah. The quartering, man. What a disaster. Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna confirms the use of code words in Epstein emails like jerky, has seen the unredacted files describing specific ages, 11-year-olds. Jesus Christ, dude. And permission to kill. Yeah, I saw that. That was a text where like somebody was giving him permission to kill somebody. But again, that's like a joke I would make if I was angry at somebody and they're like, hey, are you still mad at blah, blah, blah? I'd be like, yeah, you have permission to kill them. It could be a joke. But when it's in the Epstein files, it could also be they were really killing somebody.
There are a lot of viral mentions about the 11-year-old, 10-year-old, people sending these photos to Jeffrey Epstein. Did you uncover who sent those photos of little children?
I looked directly at the emails that have been widely circulated pertaining to the age 11, and I have it written down on my notes, the permission to kill email, the Snow White, the littlest girl was naughty, etc. And those were
she's so beautiful. You could tell she's trying to play down her looks. She's like very little makeup, putting on this business suit. She just needs to show up in a bikini, dude. She would be president if she fucking dolled herself out every time she showed up to give a speech or an interview, and she showed up in an America bikini, dude. The way this country is right now, how sex obsessed everybody is, that might be how women win elections in the future.
ones were directly sent by alleged victims.
So the most disturbing and darkest and sickest emails were sent by women to Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, and some of them pertaining to, jerky, whatever that is. Yeah.
And so so just quick follow. What is jerky? Like, what is that exactly?
I think that's the question. I don't know if it's like, and again, like going into specifically just based on what this is, I don't know.
It's a code
the
word.
Context is
it has to be a code word. Nobody talks about jerky like this.
Weird. Yeah, it's a code word and it's weird, but either which way.
We have beef jerky in the studio, okay? So, Klein and I know, I've never spoken to my team or anything. There's no correspondence of me talking about jerky this obsessively. There's hundreds of emails about jerky.
It's a code word, and some of those emails were sent by women and women that specifically claim to be victims.
So you're saying that these victims are being groomed into
there's
becoming
evidence.
Traffickers themselves.
There's evidence of that. Yes, okay. I'm not saying all of them.
So they're not actually victims. They're not actually victims, or they're.
I think that there are some that are actual victims, but I also think that at a certain point, if you, depending on the severity of what you're doing, I think that there's a gray area, and then you become a co-conspirator.
Just got to remind you guys what we're dealing with here. Look, I'm telling you, if she showed up like this every time she was on camera, she would be the front runner for 2028 president at this point. This is just what she should dress. This should be her normal dress. Every time she shows up to the house, she goes to give a speech, she does a Fox News interview, needs to be a full body camera and her in this fucking USA swimsuit, bro. Yeah. She ain't got my vote though. Okay. I'm not like you guys. I'm not gonna vote for her just because she's hot. Okay. All right, here's Alan Dershowitz. Insisting Epstein was not a pedophile and that the public has no right to call him a pedophile or child trafficker. He is now demanding the names of all Epstein's victims, intending to use his wealth, influence, and legal power to silence them. It has to stop. There is some like weird shit with the victims going on. There is some weird shit there. I can't deny.
Of McCarthyism that has afflicted America since the 1950s. I want you to look at this paper that has been reproduced and sent by the Justice Department. It's called Prominent Names. And it's a list of prominent people who have been accused. Every single name of every accuser has been blacked out. So, for example, let's turn to me. It says blank, 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 blacked out, stated she gave him a massage on Epstein's plane, parenthesis, not a minor. So let's understand that. This is an adult, a woman who was on Epstein's plane. She says, I was never on an Epstein plane with a young woman. Right. I never got a massage. This is total defamation.
I don't know if I believe him. Something about the way he says it is.
A woman who was on Epstein's.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's that face right there. once you start making faces like that, when you say, I never did anything wrong, I start thinking, yeah, you definitely did something wrong, dude. Come on. How could you make a face like that and then try to tell me you didn't do anything wrong? There's no way, bro. You did everything wrong. I mean, were you eating the jerky too? Allegedly, Dershowitz? I don't know. I think he does make a good point though, because it is a little weird when people can make accusations at this level, and then they can remain anonymous, and you can't even like if you say, just put yourself in that position. Some anonymous person is saying that you R-worded them or something, you know, but then you never even get to know their name. It's like it's everywhere in the media, but that person's just completely hidden. It's like that is a little weird because you know you should have an ability to defend yourself, and if you don't even know who's making the accusation, how can you defend yourself? That being said, I mean, when someone makes a face like this, I'm pretty sure Dershowitz allegedly maybe did something.
Plane, she says, I was never on an Epstein plane with a young woman.
Right.
I never got a mistake. This is totally.
Oh, bro, good catch.
At L_Yeffa-67 super chatted $10. Illuminati mask in the background.
Good catch, bro. Yeah. You're guilty. Allegedly, dude. Allegedly, you're guilty if you got a fucking Illuminati mask in the back. I mean, that's a creepy one too, right? Like, imagine you're at like an Eyes Wide Shut ball, and whoever's wearing that mask, now that's a fucking psychopath to stay away from.
Total defamation, a total lie, but I can't disprove it because they won't give me her name. That's McCarthyism on the issue of his spying for the. Okay, well, let me continue.
Let's get
on
to
the
that.
issue of his for the Mossad. That comes from what is called an undercover confidential source. I happen to know who the source is. The source is somebody who the FBI investigated, found to be totally incredible, lacked all credibility. This is the worst form of McCarthyism. Why are we tolerating this? Why are we allowing accusations without the names of the accusers? For example, in my case, it's an adult woman. We don't know whether she's a victim. We don't know whether she's a perpetrator. We don't know whether she's a co-conspirator. Why do you hide her name and produce the name of the people who are accused? That's guilt by accusation. That's guilt by association. It's McCarthyism. It's wrong. It's unconstitutional. It has to stop. And the media is playing a role in this. Politicians are playing a role in this. Epstein will never
Let
be
me jump in
remembered
for a second.
it is.
You know, this message would work so much better if you didn't have a devil mask behind you. If you didn't have your rape mask behind you. Dude, oh my God. Yeah, and I remember Virginia Giuffre, she accused him, and then he took her to court, and she like said she was mistaken. Like she thought it was him, but it wasn't him or something. There's a lot of people, I mean, a lot of the people who believe this is all a hoax, and there are people out there, they think Virginia Giuffre was just making shit up for money. I don't know, man. I tend to believe her. But it is weird that she accused Allen, and then in court, Dershowitz got her to drop it and be like, sorry, I was mistaken. Maybe she was scared. Maybe they scared her. Who knows?
He will be remembered for inciting McCarthyism that infects America now more than it ever has since the 1950s.
Bro, get rid of the demon mask behind you. Okay? Next time you do this interview, yeah, let's just have some fun. I don't know what is this?
I'm the watermelon snicker bar. Wiener man. Wiener man. Wiener man. I'm the watermelon snicker bar. Wiener man. Wiener man. Wiener man. I'm the watermelon snicker bar. Wiener man. Wiener man. Wiener man. I'm the watermelon snicker bar. Wiener man. Wiener man. Wiener. I'm the.
When you think about it, it's kind of funny because this guy's probably more successful as a content creator than I am. What am I doing wrong? If this is the future of content, then I guess I need to get dumber. I need to get dumber. But yeah. Wonderful video, guy. Wonderful video. Bill Maher gets angry as he finally admits how he was forced to take the COVID jab to keep his show. Yeah, we forget about this, man. So many people were forced to keep their careers. You had to take the jab. And the more that comes out about the jab, it's looking like a risky thing to have done.
Imagine if you had to conform. I mean, imagine if COVID came around and you just had to go in.
I did.
All in.
One of the people I know who had a similar experience was Davey. I don't know if Davey wants me to talk about it, but too late, Davey. I've talked about it before. But yeah, Davey got the vaccine multiple times just for opportunities that didn't even come around. Like shows he was auditioning for, like I think it was a reality show, just so he could stay in the game and maybe get the job. He had to get the vaccine. And then I don't think he got the jobs. So, when Davey drops dead at any moment now, we know why.
And on all.
Davey, go get your heart checked out, brother.
All of it.
I did have to conform. I didn't want the vaccine at all. Not that I'm against all vaccines, just I didn't think I needed that one. But I had to have it. I couldn't have continued my life.
Right.
They wouldn't have let me do the show, and I had to do it here. I did it in this room. 14 and 94 are different.
Yes.
And if you don't see...
Think about that. He did the show remotely from his house. And they still forced him to get the vaccine in order to do the show remotely from his house.
That you are not the science people.
No, you're actually anti-science because my 14-year-olds don't need it at all because
Not
they're
at all.
They're healthy, thin, and active, and my elderly parents do, and so that's where I come down on this. Why is that an issue?
Do your elderly parents actually need it? Because there was a lot of elderly people who were doing pretty fine who took it, and then within 2 weeks they're dead. The greatest baseball player in history, Hank Aaron, and then many others, dude, many others. My dad's elderly. He never got. I don't know if he did get. If he got COVID, he got it early because he was sick for like a couple weeks in 2019. But so maybe it was COVID that he got like real early. But other than that, he didn't get sick through 2020, 2021, all that. I never got COVID. And then my dad, being in his 80s at the time, if he did get COVID, he didn't give him any problems. So I don't know, man. I don't even know if older people really needed it, to be honest.
Imagine if you had to conform. I mean, imagine if COVID came around and you just had to go in.
I did.
All in on all of it.
I did have to conform. I didn't want the vaccine at all. Not that I'm against all vaccines, just I didn't think I needed that one.
Jesus, I am the Buddha. Yeah, this has got to be frustrating to have this happen because they're probably going to gaslight you and say, "Oh, it has nothing to do with the shot." But it's like, it sure seems like it when you get the shot and then like right after that you have cancer. It's like, it could be a coincidence, but yeah, I'm the Buddha says my elderly parents got one shot each and dad got butt cancer a few months later, mom with a breast cancer scare. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Cancer's going crazy, dude. I think glyphosate, I've been watching people kind of catching on to glyphosate and like all this glyphosate being in the bread and all that. It's essentially Roundup, and I think we're getting poisoned, bro. I really think we're getting poisoned as a people. I don't know if it's on purpose or just, they don't care. It's just financial gain. And if they have to slowly poison people for 100 years, before people figure it out, who cares? They make a ton of fucking money and you're never going to get that money back. But I think we are. I think it's a lot like Roman times when, they had their aqueducts and their pipes. And they were like, man, this is so fucking great. We got water running right to our homes. But, those pipes were lined with lead. And that turned out to be a big problem. And I don't know if they ever figured it out. I imagine there's many similar things happening in society today where there are things that are poisoning people. And we're just really not aware of it. And if they are, they're covering it up for profits.
But I had to have it. I couldn't have continued my life.
Right.
They wouldn't have let me do the show, and I had to do it here. I did it in this room. 14 and 94 are different.
Yes.
And if you don't see that, you are not the science people.
No, you're actually anti-science because my 14-year-olds don't need it at all because
Not
they're
at all.
They're healthy, thin, and active, and my elderly parents do, and so.
I don't know if your elderly parents do, bro.
At Andrew Wilson 760 super chatted $2. They're turning the frogs gay.
They're turning the fucking frogs gay. Yeah, true. Hopefully, just the frogs. Just the frogs. I mean, those are theories there too. You know, the increase in people that are identifying as trans and identifying as LGBTQ, that's going through the roof. But could it be the atrazine in the water? All of the foods that are, destroying testosterone and raising estrogen and just turning dudes gay? Is that what it is? But, there is also a thing where it's like you popularize something, you're going to get more people wanting to do it, So it's probably a little bit of both. Probably a little bit of both. The NFL sucks. How Americans were watching Bad Bunny halftime show.
What is he saying, bro?
Yeah, I'm noticing a trend where black dudes did not like it because he's stealing the black guy thing of rapping, doing it terribly. And give us an actual black person rapping, not this guy. Yeah, but the blacks were not happy with his performance.
Like, I mean this in the most respectful way possible. But if there was ever a time to call ICE, the Super Bowl halftime show is when y'all should have called him.
Why would I watch the halftime show or care if I don't understand what he's saying?
You say y'all trying to go do anything else but listen to this? All right, come on.
I gotta use ChatGPT to understand this. Oh God, boy. ChatGPT, can you translate what Bad Bunny is saying at the halftime performance for me? Bro!
Remember this Ricky Martin. This is not Tupac. This is not nobody. It's Black History Month.
Bro, and what's with all the ass kissing of Ricky Martin now? Ricky Martin sucks. At least he can sing, and he's better than Bad Bunny. Like, I think Ricky Martin sucks, but I think he's a million times better than Bad Bunny. That's how bad Bad Bunny is. And Jesus Enrique Rojas, the body language guy, he's a self-professed giant fan of Ricky Martin. And then he said afterwards, "I'm not gay." Bro, I don't know a single person. Okay, I'm old enough to remember when Ricky Martin was popular. Every straight dude I knew fucking hated his guts. Okay, I didn't know a single straight person who liked Ricky Martin and just didn't go, that's so fucking gay. That's some female music shit. So you had females that liked it and gay dudes. So, Jesus, I love you. I love your show. You do good work. I'm not buying that you're not gay. No self-respecting straight man will ever admit to being a fan of Ricky Martin, okay? You just can't do that, Jesus, okay?
Well, who's Ricky Martin? There we go. The subtitles are in English now.
Put the game back on. I can't stand this. I mean, what in the world is all this foolishness?
Yeah, I like that old black lady. I feel her, man. She's from a time when people there was amazing fucking musicians and dude, the amount our music as a society has fallen off compared to what it used to be. It's off the charts, man. Like, you think about the 50s, how many great acts there were. The 60s, the 70s, the 80s. I mean, just so many great musicians, legendary music written. And now it's all just lowest common denominator bullshit. It just sucks. It's so sad, bro. We need a return to real music again, and all this artificial beats and fucking everything being created on a computer. I hope that trend dies soon and we go back to wanting real musicians really performing again. And that probably won't happen because now you got AI. Panic. Preliminary ratings numbers show viewership for Bad Bunny halftime performance tanked 39% from last year. Only 26.5 million households watched. 48.6 million tuned into the game, meaning nearly half of Americans turned off the TV at halftime. I wouldn't be surprising. They're saying it's his was the most watched Super Bowl halftime of all time. By the way, the numbers always go up year by year. You know, it's normal. Like you have oddities like Michael Jackson, because Michael Jackson's so huge. Like his numbers were fucking huge even for when he was doing it. But yeah, I don't know what to believe here. It's hard for me to believe that anybody could listen to that halftime show and actually enjoy the music. That part is like, how could you enjoy that? It's fucking terrible. It's such dog shit. I have converted the Super Bowl song to English for the NFL commissioner and the parents. Enjoy. You guys want to hear these high-level lyrics? You want to hear Bad Bunny's amazing lyrical fucking genius?
I am going to read the song for everybody that was at the...
I love the way this guy reads it, too. What's up, Freeman?
Freeman 3 super chatted $10. When MDMA or ecstasy became popular in the mid-90s to early 2000s, I noticed a lot of people turned the homogay.
So they took some X and got all lovey-dovey, and then they just started fucking dudes? Basically, is that what happened? I mean, because X will make you really lovey-dovey. I mean, it'll make me hug my boys, but I don't want to give them a blowjob. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, okay. I mean, I can believe that, bro.
Super Bowl. Here we go. In my best bunny voice. Mammy, what do you want? Your shark has arrived. I want to grind on you and smoke a blunt to see what is hidden in your pants.
Bro, I swear to God, like, I could have wrote better lyrics than this when I was like 5 years old.
I want to grind on you and grind on you and grind on you. Hard, hard. I want to grind on you and smoke a blunt. Hard, hard. I want to grind on you and grind on you and grind hard, hard. I want to grind on you and smoke a blunt. A blunt. Hard, hard.
I'm telling you, bro, this is more proof that we are a world filled with retards. The retards outnumber us. And I'm not talking about like actually mentally handicapped people. I'm talking about people that would otherwise be normal if it wasn't for society making them into retards.
The ecstasy is already kicking in. The girl bounced while dancing. The ass deserves it all. Deserves it all. Deserves it all. Yes, that ass deserves it all.
I mean, it's so bad that like you repeat the same bad lines. Like you couldn't even come up with another bad line. Like your ass deserves it all, deserves it all, deserves it all. Like you couldn't come up with another line there. I mean, you're that lazy. You're just going to repeat the same line over and over and over.
Deserves it all, deserves it all. A. Interlude to the Bad Bunny song. I thought I was getting slower. It's all good. It's all good. We'll start fresh. Start fresh. Look at Orma. Look at Ormer. He's horny. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Is he trolling? Is Bad Bunny trolling the world? Maybe Bad Bunny's a genius and he's trolling everybody. Maybe this is fucking, he's the next, who's that British actor who's always trolling everybody, you know? Maybe this is all a character. And then at the end, he's going to be like, he's going to start talking and he's going to have like a British accent. He's going to be like, I just wanted to prove that the world is retarded.
At Andrew Wilson 760
Maybe it's a troll.
super chatted $2. Modern day Shakespeare.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Ugh. It's so bad, dude.
Real G guiding the new generations with the OG one. Galactic style lust. Yes, so that your panties get wet. Get horny and versatile. More slutty than Betty Boop.
Dude, it's got to be only women that are into this. Like the women that are whores and just want whore music.
The one who got horny, mammy, was you. I stay killing.
Yeah, dude, I JCD, I thought that too. JCD says, I thought Bad Bunny was the Cash Me Outside girl till this halftime show got announced. Yeah, like I'd always heard his name, like occasionally Bad Bunny, you'd hear it or whatever. And I always assumed it was that chick, the Catch Me Outside chick. What's her rapper name? Is it Bad something too as well?
With you, pussy with a dick, dick with ass, push it in, pussy with dick, dick with ass. Yes, push it in. Pussy with dick, dick with ass. Push
Oh, it's
it
Bad
in.
Baby, right?
Tits rubbing my nipples.
Yeah, Bad
push
Baby.
It in.
Bad Baby's the Catch Me Outside chick. Who's just another fucking whore. Who's like turned 18, opening OnlyFans, and I mean, you can just from being a whore, you can have a whole music career now just from being a whore.
This year, I don't want sluts. Push it in. They see you with a lot of jewels, and they want to stay. Push it in. They see you really active, and they want to stay. Push it in. Because you look hot. Because you look hot. Push it in. Me completely. Really big tits like Lourdes Chacon. Really big ass like Iris Chacon.
What does Chacon mean? Are they two? Are they sisters? Are they sisters, or is that just does it have nothing to do with the name? Chacon.
I don't know why I haven't seen the pussy, but let's go to bed to fuck you in panties.
Whoa, that's high level writing right there.
That is what you all heard at the Super Bowl.
I heard he actually didn't say any of the bad, because another one that somebody was singing, this dude sings it in English. It's like about his auntie, and his auntie asking him why there's he's always with a different woman or something like that. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna take him to the VIP. It's just so lowest common denominator, man. It's like music made for retards, bro. Absolutely 100% made for the dumbest people in society. Adam Carolla, people say to me all the time, oh, you're a Republican and right-leaning. I go, listen, I don't own a gun. I'm not religious at all. I'm for abortion and pot smoking. How right can I be? This is another thing too. It's like we've become the far right. Like we're like these extreme right-wing people. Like we're all the same people who probably voted for Obama 10 years ago. Or longer than that now, 14 years ago. People who were Democrats not that long ago. But now we're all far right racist extremists. And it's like, no, dude, you guys are the fucking crazies. And that's just how far to the left you guys have gone. It's getting a little weird, man. Because I think in other times, like, I probably would have sided more. I mean, I consider myself an artist. I'm a Philly type. I have, I care about people. I could have easily been, during more sane times, I would have easily been a Democrat. But now I'm a fucking far right-wing Nazi extremist. It is like, I'm the same guy who would have voted for a Democrat if you guys would have just not like lost the plot and completely went into crazy land.
People say to me all the time, oh, you're, Republican and right-leaning. I go, listen, I don't own a gun. I'm not religious at all. I'm for abortion and pot smoking and everything. How right?
I guess because I am for, I'm pro-life. I'm not pro-choice. So I guess that would make me like an extreme far right guy.
Can I be?
You've put your...
I mean, there were Democrats, I'm sure, who were also, pro-life and just didn't like the idea of just willy-nilly abortions, for whoever wanted it.
Finger on the thing that makes me so incensed about the woke and the far left, which is this, that they want to characterize people, you, me, Barry Weiss, who's a lesbian and Jewish, and things that used to be our, we need no further credentials to let you know that we are certainly not conservatives, we're not right-wingers, we're not whatever you think, and yet it's never enough for them.
Right.
It's never enough that we're just not willing to go along with your insanity. That doesn't make us conservatives.
Right. No, I agree. Barry's great, and there's many people that way.
I think one of the things that really swung me, that changed my view on the world, Yeah, because I used to be, and obviously when you're kind of naive, it's like, yeah, it would be great. Like, we already pay taxes. Why don't we pay taxes so everybody gets healthcare? We obviously have a disastrous situation with healthcare in this country. Well, yeah, what is the problem with society pulling resources to help those that are like the worst off? And what made me wake up to that, the problem with that, was realizing that everything is corrupt. And it doesn't work when everything is fucking corrupt. And the solution, and probably the biggest problem with government from day one of every government, is how do you make sure the government doesn't become corrupt and actually works for the people and does what's right by the people? And then you come to the conclusion like, well, you have to just limit power over people. You have to limit man's power over other men. And how do you do that? You have small government and you have localized small government, right? So if you do have a corrupt government, I can just leave and go to another county and go to a whole new government. And in that, for that to work, and that's kind of what our founding fathers saw, you have to kind of limit man's power over each other. Anytime you have a central authority that has ultimate power and there's no competition, things are going to become corrupt every single fucking time, dude. And yeah, that's where we are in this whole world right now. Former NFL player Deshaun Jackson, some of this is out of order. We'll be back to the Bad Bunny stuff. Former NFL player Deshaun Jackson tells Neon that Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show was trash. By the way, Deshaun Jackson was a badass. Okay, he was a very dude. He was just always getting open deep. Every game he'd get open deep, and like McNabb, was it Donovan McNabb? Yeah, would just throw him a bomb and he would just outrun everybody. He was a badass fucking wide receiver, dude.
Oh yeah, what you think about the halftime show? I fucking
Trash.
You like it?
I don't understand. Did you understand anything he said?
Nah, but like feeling the vibe and shit, like the production.
It was
feeling the vibe and shit. What the fuck? Feeling the vibe and shit. Is this dude a cuck? Is he cucking to the left? Because, I mean, it's so easy these days. Like, you just cuck out a little bit to the left, and you tell them what they want to hear, and then they all come and support you like crazy. And that's the biggest grift right now. People talk about people grifting on the right. No, the biggest grift, most successful grift, is to grift to the left. Because it's, on the right, you have like a couple choices, like maybe Fox News or, there's a few like right-leaning companies that might hire you. But on the left, you have Hollywood, you have the entire media establishment, you have television. The left is where you want to grift if you want to be successful, dude.
better than Kendrick Lamar last year.
Way better. I think it was
better.
I like Bad Bunny more than Kendrick.
That's crazy.
Oh, dude, this guy needs to lose his man card right now. You like Bad Bunny more than Kendrick? Again, look, I'm not a huge Kendrick fan. That song is good. Not Like Us is a good song. That was 1,000,000 times better than fucking Bad Bunny. Like, nobody knew any of Bad Bunny's songs. He's such a famous guy. He's got all the plays in the world on streaming sites or whatever, but nobody knows any of the songs. At least with Kendrick Lamar, there was a song that everybody knew and everybody enjoyed.
I don't know what
I
these
was
dudes.
at the Eagles Super Bowl.
I don't know what these dudes are.
We were all
Yeah, no shit, Deshaun. These guys are cucks, dude. They're not speaking their mind. They're just cucking out to the left-wing audience so they don't get attacked.
chat. No one was cheering.
Deshaun ain't no pussy, though. He don't care.
What do y'all think, chat?
What they said?
They're saying yes, it was better.
Yeah, what do y'all think, chat? Tell me what opinion to have, chat. Chat, tell me, should I like it, chat? Did you like it? Did you like it, chat? Oh, it was so good. It was so great. Oh, yeah, I liked it too, chat. You're right. It was great.
It was better?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I feel like it was just like
Bad Bunny was trying to make it a performance. Kendrick tried to make it about the beef. I just wanted him to perform his song. You know what I'm saying?
Your opinion, bro.
Thoughts on? Oh yeah, what you think about that?
Dude, Not Like Us is a good song, bro. I'm sorry. I don't even like rap, and I like that song. I don't care what it's about. It's a fun song. And again, music, there is everybody has their own tastes. And I will use that excuse for a lot of songs I don't like. And I'm like, yeah, it's just not, I get it. It's other people like it. But I won't use that excuse for Bad Bunny because there's no reason anybody with any taste should ever like Bad Bunny. No matter what your tastes are, there's just nothing musically appealing there. Because even shit that I don't like, I can understand the appeal. I can like feel the musicality, but it's just not my style or whatever. With Bad Bunny, there's no musicality. It's just a guy mumbling over the most generic shitty beats you could ever fucking create. It's garbage. And yeah, TMZ did a poll, and it looked like, I mean, at this, I remember seeing it at like 90,000 votes, and it was 80 to like 20 or something. But this is at 300,000 votes, and people were picking Kid Rock. The Kid Rock performance wasn't even that good either. Like, it wasn't nothing to brag about. But I mean, I'll take listening to Ball with the Ball over anything Bad Bunny did. Just for the intro. It's always fun when he does when he screams, my name is Kid. That part, I always like that part. I guess because I'm a white guy, that it appeals to me. But yeah, I mean, it looks like I'm not the only one who thought Bad Bunny fucking sucked. And this is a TMZ post, so I mean, you imagine there's a bunch of left-wingers voting in here as well. Yeah, I think we saw that one. There's some of these I already got caught in here. Let's see. There's some more base black dudes talking shit about Bad Bunny.
Why would I watch the halftime show or care if I don't understand what he's saying?
See, I disagree with that sentiment because there's a lot of music I don't understand the lyrics that I love because it's musical and you feel it at an emotional level, like the way music can hit you emotionally. But I can understand kind of with rap, it's different because rap, there's less musicality. Unless you're like a really good rapper, like a Snoop Dogg or, you're one of these guys that like, you're actually in key, you know what key you're rapping in and you're like, you got a flow to it and it's melodical, also rhyming, but being melodical. He's not that. He's just talking. Bad Bunny is just talking his raps. It's not melodical. And yeah, in that case, I mean, even if I understood the words, I wouldn't like it.
People are saying you're racist for not wanting to watch or support Bad Bunny, and I'm like, I think that's the problem. I think there's an agenda behind why he's performing, and you're a part of it. I don't understand what he's saying, so I'm not going to listen to it. I don't care. He's not speaking my language. Why are you trying to make me feel uncomfortable on an English-speaking territory? Or in an English-speaking territory, I'm sorry.
I just think it's stupid when you make it about that it wasn't in English, because to me, that was not the problem. Like maybe you're not understanding why you didn't like it and you're jumping to that excuse. The reason you didn't like it is because it sucked. It's terrible music. It has nothing to do with the language.
82 super chatted $5. Livin' La Vida Loca. Ricky Martin is from Puerto Rico.
Yes, true. He is from Puerto Rico. True. Thank you, Corn Pop, for the 5. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, even Living La Vida Loca, like at least it's a song that's like got musicality and good musicianship. It's not just it's like, what the fuck? What is this?
I don't understand what he's saying, so I don't really care. I don't know why he's performing if he can't speak English. That's just how I feel about it. It's just the NFL. This isn't the World Cup with soccer or something. I can understand that. But it's the NFL.
See, here's the thing. If they would have played La Bamba, if all of a sudden Bad Bunny would have just fucking sat down in a rock band would have rose up from the stage, and all of a sudden you heard that dun 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 dun, that little fucking guitar intro. Dude, the whole crowd would have fucking been up and be like, holy shit. And that would have been, everybody would have been so happy. And that song's not in fucking English, FYI, okay? It's in Spanish. So it has nothing to do with the language. It has to do with, the music sucks.
Even in soccer, bro, when they be having like America News or something like that, like these folks translate the post-game interview in English. So I need that at the Super Bowl halftime show. It's the Super Bowl. If you can't translate the song in English, big dog, I'm gonna need you to find somebody else.
See, I think we have different opinions because he's probably a guy that likes rap. So like understanding what they're saying and the lyrics is important to him, where I'm a kind of a rock and roll guy. I'm an old school white guy that listened to tons of rock music where you don't understand what the fuck they're saying. And that's not what's the appeal. The appeal is not in the lyrics, the appeal is in the music. And yeah, I mean, maybe that's why it's different. Because I can understand that. Like, if you have no musicality and all you're doing is just going, and that's all you're offering, then yeah, the lyrics have to be good. Because there's no musicality there.
Because I don't know what you're saying. And no, I'm not racist just because I don't know what you're saying, or just because I don't care about what you gotta say because I don't know what you're saying.
Nah, you look like a racist to me, bro. Now, I mean, it's funny how they're calling black people racist now. It's like black people are all of a sudden just don't agree with the left and they're all racist. Even a fellow Puerto Rican told people not to watch the Bad Bunny halftime show.
Like, man, what happened to that? You know, nosotros somos Puerto Rican, bro. Somos Boricua. And so this man, I don't even know what Bad Bunny. Listen, every Latino Puerto Rican during the halftime show should shut their TV off, man. And that's on the real. Because anything that Bad Bunny standing on, man, if you Puerto Rican and you standing on that, listen, man, don't let your love for country get you all twisted up and get your man.
I don't know what he said, but I agree. Dude, another thing I think people would have loved, imagine a mariachi band playing all the greatest fucking mariachi songs, dude. I would have loved that. I would be excited for a Super Bowl halftime show. Just get the best mariachi band in the fucking world. And none of that's going to be in English, and I guarantee you everybody's going to love it, dude. Because mariachi music is fucking sick, if you don't know, okay? I know it gets a bad rap because the mariachi guy at the restaurant's kind of annoying, but go listen to some mariachi music. It's good. It's fucking great.
Like, man, what happened?
Yeah, shout out to that dude. Here's another one. So here's this guy.
Y'all need to stop lying and acting like y'all like that show. I see so many Americans making.
I saw Piers Morgan. It was like, I loved it. It's like, Piers, you're lying. There's no way you like this, Piers Morgan. There's no way you enjoyed this shit. You're just virtue signaling to the fucking crowd of people that you know are going to be like, you know, kissing your ass and going to follow you. Oh, he's one of us now. Piers Morgan, stop lying, please.
For why they choose Bad Bunny and saying they liked it. You know you didn't like it because they didn't speak in English. You didn't understand what they were saying. I think people, I didn't understand what they were saying. Well, that's the main purpose. Well, if you didn't understand what they were saying, how can you enjoy something?
See, I agree with this guy's overall point, but this is such a dumb argument. Do I need to keep pointing out all the songs that are not in English that Americans fucking love, that are amazing songs? There's so many of them. It has nothing to do with the fact that it was in Spanish. It's because the music fucking sucks, dude. And it's annoying. Why is that the focus? Again, maybe it's because they're rap guys and the lyrics actually matter to them, where I'm a rock guy. And the lyrics, I like the musicality, the fucking, the singing to like just compliment the music and affect me in a way that I can't even explain. You know, you just feel it. It's like, I like this. And I don't need to understand the lyrics to have that feeling.
They're lying because maybe they like his politics. Maybe they like the imagery. Maybe they just liked that the Trump didn't like it, and so they like it. But the reality of it is, y'all didn't like it. Stop lying. Only people that like Bad Bunny's performance were Puerto Ricans and his people of that origin.
Bro, I will fight you, ZS
At Freeman
Baka.
3 super chatted
Boxy.
$5. Last bro burned his right elbow trying to deep fry a chicken.
What? What did I miss, dude? Did he have a fucked up elbow, Freeman? I missed it. But yeah, mariachi music does not suck. ZS Bakaska 7331. You have no taste. Okay. And if your only experience was some shitty mariachi band in some shitty Mexican restaurant, maybe I understand.
Who speak that language.
Because it is annoying when you're trying to just have dinner and a whole band's next to you playing. I get that. I get annoyed too. But there's a lot of fucking really good mariachi music.
Those are the only people that really liked it. I love Hispanic people. I have pastors. I've had them come to my services. I love them. They're my brothers and sisters in Christ. But from a political and from a cultural standpoint, as an American, it would have been respectful for him to speak in English, and if he want to have a translator. With my church, we have English. In churches I've been at and ministered at, we have English and Spanish.
Yeah, I don't like the accordion. Like we were talking about mariachi, the accordion that's like Tejano music to me. I don't like Tejano music. Okay, Tejano music is kind of like shitty pop music to me. If that's what you're talking about, because What I'm talking about is like mostly acoustic guitars. Okay, it's all acoustic instrumentation. There's no fucking accordions and shit. Like old school mariachi.
When there's a huge Spanish population, we don't just speak Spanish because then the English people wouldn't know what they're talking about. I have literally no idea what he was saying. And that's not okay when most of the people that are watching are Americans. Yes, there's a huge foreign audience, but the Super Bowl is supposed to be about America. And before people talk about, oh, well, he's an American, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, Puerto Rico is a part of America, but it's not one of the 50 states. It doesn't have the same culture as America does, as the traditional 50 states. When we talk about America, it has still its own culture that is not anything like the 50 states. So you didn't like it because he spoke in English. I didn't like it because he was waving foreign flags of other countries. It was a disrespect to patriotism in America. But what we expect from people like him, the left, they hate the country. They believe that people should come over here and disrespect America because America is so bad and evil.
Yeah, so I made this post yesterday. I got a lot of interesting responses. People are attacking La Bamba. Look, maybe because you're not from my generation, you're not a millennial born in the 80s like me. La Bamba is a fucking fantastic song. Where did it go? Fuck, dude, I got too many windows. Where did it fucking mother effer? Didn't I just move it in here or am I retarded? Let's try this again. Maybe I have to pull this up again. Yeah, we got a lot of fucking tabs today, boys. Let me try this again. Some of the comments are funny. It's like these people start attacking La Bamba. Like, what do you? So because you like Bad Bunny so much, now you're gonna attack La Bamba, and you think that's the way to fucking do it? Let me find this. Like somebody even said, like, because in the like at least in the 50s they appreciated like songs sung in Spanish. It was like, are you saying in the 50s people were less racist than they are now? do you even know what you're talking about? I was like, some of these people I'm debating with, or I'm not even debating with, that are commenting. Oh, fuck it, we'll give it up. I swear they must be kids with like they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. La Bamba is a song they don't even know when it was written. It's probably hundreds of years old, if not longer. It's like an old traditional folk song that has become incredibly popular multiple times throughout history. Okay, so you had it was popular as a folk song. It had a lot of popularity for just on its own, and then you had Richie Valens. He did his little version of La Bamba, and then when they made the La Bamba movie in I think '89, again it was number one. So La Bamba is one of the greatest songs ever written. I'm sorry to say, okay? And if you weren't, like, I think La Bamba was the first movie I ever saw in the theaters. I remember going to a theater and watching it with my mom and dad. And I had to have been like 4 or 5. And yeah, fantastic fucking movie, dude. We used to have such good music in this country. The 50s, man, music was so good.
_82 super chatted $2. Halftime shows from Greenland and Canada incoming.
What's that? Halftime shows from Greenland and Canada incoming? What are we talking about, Corn Pop? What are we talking about? I'm trying to understand your super chat, Corn Pop, but it's going over my head. Halftime shows from Greenland and Canada incoming. Yeah, I don't understand, Corn Pop. Thank you for the $2, bro. Thank you for the $2. Here's some more. Asking Seahawks and Patriots about Bad Bunny. So these are the actual athletes during the Super Bowl having no clue who Bad Bunny is. But he's so popular, guys. Like, everybody knows who he is.
What's your favorite Bad Bunny song?
I already got one. Sorry about that.
I don't know who that is.
I never heard of Bad Bunny. I don't know who that is.
He's performing at halftime.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I don't know no Bad Bunny song.
Do you think they made a mistake?
I believe so. I ain't never heard of bro till now.
I don't have one.
I don't listen to him.
I don't know any song.
Oh, what the heck's it called?
Yeah, you know why they don't know the songs or know who he is? Because they're not gay men. Because they're not a bunch of fucking club whores who just go to all the clubs and just, they're all about looking hot and being a whore. And they're not gay. They're straight men. That's my theory.
I don't think I have one.
I don't know Bad Bunny song. That's a tough one. I don't have one. I don't really listen to that, but I can't lie. I really do not know any. I haven't listened to any songs.
I don't know any to keep it G.
I just tuned into Bad Bunny this morning because is it DTMF? DTM2. Like your second favorite? I don't think I can name it. I like Titi Mi Pregunto, Seda, and Moscow Mule. What is it?
Dude, I would cut that guy. If that guy played on my football team, I'd call him the next day and go, dude, thank you for your service, but yeah, we're gonna cut you, and I'm not gonna put in a good word with other teams. I'm gonna tell other teams that you suck and nobody should sign you. So goodbye. Thank you for wasting my time. Definitely cut the next day.
Monaco? The one with Cardi B. I can't remember the name. I don't really listen to Bad Bunny, bro. It's the one that goes, ooh, boy. Yeah. That's all I know, though. That's because Drewski be singing it. I know the words or like the name of it.
Yeah, just say this, La Camiseta.
La Camiseta. Yeah, there we go.
La Camiseta?
La Camiseta.
Okay, that means t-shirt in Spanish.
Yeah, I think some of them were smart enough to know I probably shouldn't talk bad about the person performing at the Super Bowl halftime show when I'm playing in the Super Bowl. And other ones were like, yeah, fuck it. I don't know who he is. Who the fuck's that? That was a mistake. It is a funny meme. Libtards pretending to enjoy this retarded halftime show.
_82 super chatted $2. Let's do all territories.
Are you saying we should do the Super Bowl in Greenland in Canada, Corn Pop? Or are you saying we should bring artists who are popular in Greenland and Canada to do the halftime show? I love you, Corn Pop, but it's confusing sometimes trying to understand the full context of some of these messages. It's not just you. It happens all the time. Here's Roger Goodell. Someone captured the exact moment NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell realized picking Bad Bunny was a huge mistake. He knows they messed up and might have seriously hurt the league. They also did such a disservice to the audience there. Like, imagine how much money you spend to go to the Super Bowl, and part of the draw to wanting to be there is the halftime show. And then they film it in such a way where you can't even see anything because it's just him like running through that like sugarcane field, and like nobody can even see him. He's completely hidden from the audience, and the audience looks so bored. They just look like they were not interested at all. A chata de nido de ay, a the butter for fido de ay, a chopper no nana de ay, a chopper no nana de ay, a boom da 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 side. See, I could be just as good as Bad Bunny, dude. I could literally do Bad Bunny better than Bad Bunny. Oy, chicho, oh, tato, ay, the bonzo nato, ay, oy, mama mia, ay. And then you just need a hook, you know. Yeah, there was some weird sexual shit too. There's a lot of sexual shit in the dancing, dude. Yeah, he didn't look like he was having a good time. Not having a good time. Live look at all the Trump-hating libs pretending to like Bad Bunny today. All right. At least he had some auto-tune in there, dude. Oh, yeah, we already watched this one. From Harrison Smith. Yeah, this is them like not understanding. Like everybody's watching, you can't even see them. I mean, the amount of money you spend to go to a Super Bowl, and then this is the fucking performance. And like, I get it, they were catering to the fucking television audience, but I mean, don't you want your performance for like the crowd to be going crazy and enjoying it? The crowd's just like, this music sucks. I can't even see anything. Oi! Oi! Bobby IP. Oi! He's got to do I all the time because he doesn't even take the time to rhyme. So like the way he rhymes is just to say the same thing between each word. So it's like, I jumped to the top, and then I went to the store, hey, and then I jumped to the moon, hey, and then I something to the moon, hey. It's like the A is what rhymes. Right? That's how it rhymes. Without the A, there's no rhyming. I don't know. I can't wrap my head around this kind of music. It's so fucking dumb. Yeah, so imagine you spend all that money, and this is what you get. The performance is literally hidden from you. That was a good choice, bro. That was a good choice. Oh, dude, California sucks, bro. Imagine you're the Super Bowl quarterback, and you go and you win the Super Bowl, and you actually owe money.
For winning
you don't
the
make
Super
any
Bowl,
money. You owe money.
The winning team, each player gets $178,000. In other words, the Super Bowl isn't a part of their salary. And because the game was played in California, and California has a jock tax, and they look at duty days. So each team spends 7 days in the state of California. So those are 7 duty days, and they pierce your regular salary at 3.5%. So he has to pay, when you take in account he got the $178,000 plus his overall salary, he has to pay the state of California for spending 7 days there $249,000.
That's just so stupid. I mean,
Yeah,
it really is.
but it ends up costing him $71,000 to go play in California. Now, if I'm the NFLPA, now you got to remember, it's probably even more than that because since he's in Seattle, he's playing against San Francisco 49ers. So that's another day he's there. And he's playing against the LA Rams. That's another day he's there.
I don't even understand how any teams ever want to play in California. Like, if I got into the NFL, I'd be like, "Oh, I mean, look, we're not going to win a Super Bowl as the Dolphins, but at least I'm going to actually make money." You know, like, it's got to suck to be one of these guys that, like, oh, I got signed by the team where it's like I get taxed into fucking poverty, even when I'm making millions of dollars. It's crazy, bro.
So he's probably had like 9 or 10 duty days, or maybe even more than that in the state of California. So if I'm the NFLPA, I'm like, hey, we're not playing any more Super Bowls in California. We're just not doing it.
I really think the Super Bowls suck when they're not at a home stadium. The crowds are just like, they don't give a shit. It feels like preseason. Just let the top seed, whoever's got the best record, let them play at home, because it's boring watching games in cities where it's just a random it's a crowd of rich people who just don't give a fuck. It should be the hardcore fans. You should reward the hardcore fans. Like, if the Browns get to the Super Bowl and they have the best record, you should play in fucking Cleveland. Imagine how badass that would be if you're a Cleveland fan. And the ticket should be fucking affordable for Cleveland fans so they can actually go, and it's not just a bunch of billionaires who are bored out of their fucking mind. Yeah, this is the Kurt Cobain stuff. And this is all shit. Look, we've all known, but it's nice to see that people are starting to wake up to it. Now, an unofficial private sector team of forensic scientists has put fresh eyes on Cobain's autopsy and crime scene materials, bringing in Brian Burnett, a specialist who previously worked on cases involving overdoses followed by gunshot trauma. Independent researcher Michelle Wilkins, who worked with the team, told Daily Mail that after just 3 days looking into the evidence with fresh eyes, Burnett said, "This is a homicide. We've got to do something about this." She said the conclusion followed an exhaustive review of the autopsy findings, which revealed signs inconsistent with an instantaneous gunshot death. Okay, so this is even further evidence, because now they're saying that, like, he didn't die from a gunshot, he died from an overdose, and all the signs are that he died from an overdose. Where a lot of the questions we always had was like, first of all, who takes 10 times the amount that would kill somebody and then doesn't just become incapacitated, right? Like, most people who overdose, like back in these days when people are shooting up, they overdose like with the needle in their arm. It's like they go out and then they don't come back. Okay. But yet he took a 10 time the normal amount of fucking heroin and then put everything back, put everything away, put the caps back on the needles, and, did all of this shit. And then while he's in this amazing euphoria, which is, why people do heroin, like you go off into like, you see people like this, they look all like they're dead. Well, in their head, they're like in fucking heaven. Okay. So in that state, you're going to fucking take a shotgun and go boom boom to yourself? I don't know. I mean, there's just too much weird shit. Too much weird shit. And then a lot of people forget about Rome. I think Rome was probably the first attempt. Because he allegedly drank some champagne that had rohypnol in it. And he overdosed, and it took him like a few days. They put him in a coma, but he survived miraculously. So I think the second time they gave him an overdose, they're like, yeah, but last time he somehow still lived. So let's also shoot him in the head. I think that's what happened. Who knows why, what, when, or where, or who? I don't know. But there is a channel that posted an interview with a supposed eyewitness who was hanging out with him back in the days, this tattoo artist guy. And yeah, he had some interesting claims. I think he from what I gleaned from that, I think it was allegedly Dylan Carlson, right? His old buddy. I don't know who did it. I don't know why, but I don't believe that it was suicide, in my opinion. She said the conclusion followed an exhaustive review of the autopsy findings, which revealed signs inconsistent with an instantaneous gunshot death. The peer-reviewed paper presented 10 points of evidence suggesting Cobain was confronted by one or more assailants who forced a heroin overdose to incapacitate him before one of them shot him in the head, placed a gun in his arms, and left behind a forged suicide note. Yeah, I mean, the suicide note too, like, you could just look at it and go, oh, the end, it looks like somebody else wrote it. It's like, oh yeah, but he was emotional and on drugs, so it looks like, come on, it looks like somebody wrote. And then the note is not even seeming like a suicide note until the end. All of a sudden, it becomes a suicide note, and then it's got the handwriting's totally different. And then Carol or whatever, the lawyer for Kurt and Courtney, found writings from Courtney and Courtney's backpack of her practicing Kurt Cobain's handwriting. Like, there's just so much shit that's like, okay, come on now. You see, there are things in the autopsy that go, well, wait, this person didn't die very quickly of a gunshot blast, Wilkins said, pointing to organ damage associated with oxygen deprivation. The necrosis of the brain and liver happens in an overdose. It doesn't happen in a shotgun death. Yeah, that's the gun too. And then apparently, like, the way he would have had to have been holding the gun, the shell would have been ejected to, I forget if it was to the right or left or what, but whatever. It was on the wrong side as to how he should have held the gun to do it. So much shit that doesn't add up. Burnett has decades of experience analyzing crime scenes and interpreting complex evidence. He has earned national recognition for his expert analysis in controversial cases like Marine Colonel James Sabo's death and the investigation into Billy Joe Johnson Jr., where his meticulous forensic reconstructions challenged official findings. A spokesperson for the medical examiner office told the Daily Mail, King County Medical Examiner's Office worked with a local law enforcement agency, conducted a full autopsy, and followed all of its procedures in coming to the determination of the manner of death as a suicide. They totally fucked up. This is why people, like, they get away with this so often. Like, it's so easy, dude, unfortunately, to off a junkie and to make it look like they OD'd or they committed suicide or something. And then the police will show up, and as soon as they see any signs that it's an OD or suicide, they just like, oh, another dead junkie. And yeah, I guess we're not going to have to do much work here. Just write it down, overdose, suicide. And that's what Seattle police did here. There's like, oh, he's just another dead junkie. See it every day. A spokesperson, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Our office is always open to revisiting its conclusions if new evidence comes to light. No, you're not. They're more interested in burying how badly they fucked up than ever fucking opening that investigation again. But we've seen nothing to date that would warrant reopening of this case in our previous determination of death. A spokesperson from Seattle Police Department told Daily Mail that they are not reopening the case. Our detective concluded that he died by suicide, and this continues to be the position held by this department, the spokesperson added. The Daily Mail reviewed Cobain's autopsy, which described how his body was found on the floor of the greenhouse above his garage. Examination of his miscellaneous papers in the left front pocket of Cobain's jeans reveals some writing in black ink reading, Remington 20 gauge, 2.34 shells, shorter setup.
At Freeman 3 super chatted $10. B Street 7-Eleven near Kurt's mom's house in Aberdeen recently closed due to theft. I live on B Street. The junkies are flocking here.
Oh, bro, so you're from Aberdeen, huh? Yeah, it's a very everything I know about that area, I know from watching Kurt Cobain documentaries, and it just seems so fucking depressing, bro. It's just another one of these areas where like all industry left, and it's just a bunch of people dealing with poverty and drug addictions, and yeah. Shout out to Aberdeen though. I mean, they did produce Kurt Cobain, so they got that going for them. Grunge, all the grunge came out from there. You guys need some new music, man, to make a name for yourselves again. But yeah, thank you, Fraber, for the 10, brother. And yeah, shout out to Aberdeen, bro. Yeah, so he had basically a note in his pocket describing the shells that he was, I guess to make it, I guess you put that in his pocket, you make it look more damning or something. I'm not sure. I guess that's the idea here. Wilkham said, to me, it looks like someone staged a movie and wanted you to be absolutely certain this was a suicide. The receipt for the gun in his pocket, the receipt for the shells in his pocket, the shells are lined up at his feet. New forensic report noted that Cobain's sleeves were rolled back and the heroin kit was found several feet away containing capped syringes, cotton buds, and pieces of black heroin of roughly equal size. We're supposed to believe he capped the needles and put everything back in order after shooting up 3 times, because that's what somebody does while they're dying, Wilkins said. Suicides are messy, and this was a very clean scene. Police on the investigation said Cobain injected himself with 10 times the normal amount even a heavy heroin user would have done. So 10 times the amount even a heavy heroin user would have taken. Cobain's autopsy showed fluid in the lungs, bleeding in the eyes, and damage to the brain and liver. These findings, according to the forensic report, are unusual for a quick gunshot death, but are common in deaths from heroin overdoses, which cause slow breathing and low blood flow. The eye bleeding and organ damage suggested his body may have been starved of oxygen, which likely did not happen from the gunshot alone, the team concluded. In most head gunshot deaths, blood is often drawn into the airways, but Cobain's autopsy did not mention this. While brain injuries can sometimes stop breathing, this usually happens shortly after the trauma, and with such a severe injury, some blood in the airways would normally be expected. The autopsy report suggested his brainstem, which controls breathing, was likely not damaged, and his arm position also indicated that he did not have the rigid posturing usually seen with brainstem injury. The forensic paper underwent peer review through the editorial process at the International Journal of Forensic Science before being accepted for publication. Wilkins argued that Cobain may have been physically incapacitated before the fatal gunshot. That's what I've always believed, man. Yeah, so yeah, you take the largest dose you could possibly fucking take, and then you put everything back. And then you somehow navigate this giant rifle, and you pull the trigger with your toe. Dude, it's not feasible. He's dying of an overdose, so he can barely breathe. His blood isn't pumping very much, she said. So that means the brain and liver aren't getting oxygen, and they're starving, and they're dying. She added that the size and mechanics of the gun made it improbable that a comatose Cobain could have handled it. If you look at the crime scene photos, you can see how big that gun is, she said. Imagine he's comatose and dying, and also the way he would have had to hold it at 6 pounds. The placement of Cobain's hands and the lack of blood spatter raised further questions. His left hand was tightly wrapped around the muzzle end of the gun's barrel, yet the shotgun shell was found on top of a pile of clothes opposite the expected ejection direction. Yeah, a lot of this is not new stuff. It's really not. People have been pointing this shit out forever. So he's dying of an overdose. I mean, he's in a coma, and he's holding this up to be able to reach the trigger and get it in his mouth. It's crazy, Wilkins said. The team replicated the weapon and found if your hand is on the forward barrel, where Kurt's hand was reported to be in the SPD report, the gun wouldn't eject a shell at all, Wilkins said. So not only is there a shell where it shouldn't be, there shouldn't even be a shotgun shell. She also highlighted that Cobain's left hand was unusually clean. If you ever look at photos of shotgun suicides, they are brutal. There is no universe where that hand is not covered in blood. You could eat off of, well, I mean, gross, but like his hand is so clean. I don't know. What the fuck would that? Eat off what? Eat off? Oh, it was so clean you could eat off it. Gotcha. According to the report, the homicide scenario is that Cobain's left hand was placed on the weapon after death, explaining the thumbprint-like mark observed on his hand. In forensic investigations, such a stain could help reconstruct events by showing what the individual touched or how a substance was transferred. Yeah, here's, for y'all that have never seen it, here's his suicide note. The whole note seems like he's like basically not feeling the music anymore, and he's probably going to leave Nirvana and do some independent thing, and just if you saw his Unplugged, like the style was totally changing, and I don't think he was just going to keep doing Nirvana style stuff, or at least he was going to take a break from it. And that's what this whole letter seems to be about. And then at the end, all of a sudden, the writing gets real weird, and that's the part where it's mostly can be interpreted to be he's going to kill himself. Wilkins also cited blood patterns suggesting the body may have been moved. There's also blood on the bottom of his shirt, she said. The only way the blood would get on his shirt is if Kurt was lifted and his head was down. Now that's interesting. There's no blood on his hand. There's no blood on the rest of his shirt, but there's a big blood stain on the bottom of his shirt. The alleged suicide note was also scrutinized. The top of the note is written by Kurt, Wilkins said. There's nothing about suicide in that. It's basically just him talking about quitting the band. She added, then there are 4 lines at the bottom. If you even look at the note, you can see that the last 4 lines are written in different. The text is a little bit different. It's bigger. It looks more scrawly. Wilkins emphasized that the team is not seeking arrest, but wants transparency and a re-examination of the evidence. We weren't saying arrest people tomorrow, she said. We were saying you have the extra evidence that we don't have. Wilkins also noted that she has spoken to families whose loved ones took their lives because of Cobain's suicide. Yeah, that's another sad part. Is it sounds stupid now, but it really affected. I mean, it affected me at 12. I never was suicidal because of it, but was I fucking sad? Yes, I loved Kurt Cobain. I loved Nirvana. Like that, they were just everybody did. They were so huge, man. And yeah, at 12, somebody like that dying, it affected me. And a lot of people, yeah, there was a lot of copycat suicides. In 2022, a kid took his life because he believes Cobain did. The copycat suicides have never stopped. Requests to reopen the case have been declined. They both came back with no, Wilkins said. Like, we're not even looking at your evidence. For her, the goal remains simple. If we're wrong, just prove it to us. That's all we asked them to do. The Daily Mail has contacted the King County. Yeah, and they said they're not going to open an investigation. So, yeah. I mean, my opinion hasn't changed since I first fucking stumbled onto Justice for Kurt. I think it was early 2000s, 2002, 2003, maybe 2004, sometime around then. I stumbled onto justiceforkurt.com and I started looking at all the evidence, and it was just fucking obvious. Like, something's up here, dude. Something's up here. There's so many things where you go, well, that's just not right. I mean, maybe you don't understand about heroin overdoses, but people that die of heroin overdoses, you take it, it's a shot. You're taking a shot directly into your blood. It's immediate. They immediately just go, and that's it. That's it. They're found right there with the needle in their arm, fucking where they were when they took the shot. But yeah, but he did that. He took an amount that would kill pretty much everybody and kill a fucking elephant. And then he did all those things that's claimed that he did afterwards. It just doesn't add up, man. So yeah, interesting. I don't think we'll ever get justice for him, though. I don't think we will, unfortunately. We'll end it with this fun video. I love dogs. So, like, this isn't AI. I think this has been around for a while, and I was racking my mind the other night. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I could have sworn this video has been around for years. So this is not AI. But I was racking my mind to be like, how did they do this? Like, clearly the dog's not driving, right? Is it a Tesla that drives itself? But then if it's a Tesla that drives itself, it's going to navigate to not hit anything.
At Freeman 3 super chatted $5. Rip Leland Cobain. Kurt's grandpa. He had a feeling about this and he appears to have been correct.
Yeah, a lot of people did. I mean, even E. Jean Carroll, right? Like the lawyer, like she was suspicious. I mean, everybody was, but then they all just shut up. And yeah, rest in peace, Leland Cobain, the legend. He was a good man. Like he was very good to the fans of Nirvana. He was a good man, and he obviously very very much cared for Kurt. But yeah, I can't wrap my head around how they filmed this. Maybe there's somebody else secretly driving. He's sitting on the lap of the person driving. and they just crop it to where you can't see the person driving, you only see the dog. And then they purposely hit a bump. And there you go, you got your video. Okay, I figured it out finally. I think I figured it out. I was thinking before, like, maybe it's a Tesla, but then what did they do? Put like some wood in the road for them to run over, like a speed bump, or like what? Anyway, it's a funny video, bro. But do I got the AI videos? Where are the AI videos? Because some of this, because we're already going over into 3 hours, so some of this stuff I'll save for tomorrow. Here, we'll watch some. Dude, the AI. Look, I know everybody hates AI, but some of these AI videos are pretty fun, bro. They're pretty fun.
Oh, ring. He's going for it. Watch. Oh, suck it. They're all crossing. Look out. Oh.
I mean, how could you not like that? How could you not like that? I'm telling you, man. There are some creative angles that we can unlock with AI now that would have taken so much work to do. Like so much money in special effects, et cetera, et cetera. Like this one right here. This is probably my new favorite AI video right here.
Ma'am, you need to stop.
That's the taser. Grab her arm, left side.
I got it. No, she's
Hold her.
Comfort.
I just wish it was. I could, dude. This is so. I could watch an hour of this. I could watch an hour of this.
Ma'am, you need to stop.
That's the taser. Grab her arm, left side.
I got it. No, she's
Hold her.
Comfort.
It's so believable too, isn't it?
Ma'am, you need to stop.
That's the taser. Grab her arm, left side.
I got it. No, she's
She grabbed her by the look. What? They tried to grab her by the left butt cheek.
Taser. Grab her arm, left side.
I got it. No, she's
That's AI, dude. That's AI that did that. Like, were you gonna? I don't even know what to say. She shoves her arm. Listen, look at her right arm.
Taser. Grab her arm.
Look at where she's. Grab her arm. That's not her arm. That's not her arm. Oh no! I mean, I guess what else do you grab at that point?
Left side.
I got it. No, she's
Hold her.
I can tell you, there is promise. There is promise for AI. God bless. I don't even know who made it. Whoever made it. I guess you just type in 400-pound African American or giant 800-pound 9-foot tall African American woman who's a hoarder is getting arrested in her house as she fights back with police. I guess that must be the prompt to get this kind of result. Wow. All this over the last Hot Pocket. It's real. I was there. Oh, are you Don? Are you sure? I thought it was AI. Apparently this is real. I mean, this is scary because she's so big. It's like another species of human. If there are people this big, we're kind of fucked. We're not going to be able to. I don't think we're going to be able to arrest people like this. I don't think we have handcuffs that are going to hold people like this. How do you even get them in the car, dude? And see, the thing is, most time when people get this big, they're not dangerous because they have no ability to do anything. But this woman is gigantic, and she can still fight. And that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Nocturne, feral guitarist, I Can Fix Her. You like them big? Nocturnal? That's another fetish I just don't get. Like you see those like little Hispanic guys with like 400 chicks that like ride on the back of like these big women, and they're just like, they want to be like an elf with like a giant or something. Like it's so weird. But hey, more power to you. You know, the biggins need love too. Thank you guys. Been fun tonight. We'll see you on the next one. I'll be back. I'll try to be back tomorrow. We'll see. Things have been a little rough lately, so I've been doing my best. So bear with me. But hopefully there'll be more shows this week. That's the plan as of today. But thank you guys for the support. Links are in the description. Thank you. We got 106 likes. If you want to smash it up on the way out, that's very much appreciated. Links are in the description if you want to support. You want to join the Discord or follow my second channel. Much love, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. You have a wonderful night, okay? Take care.
Please subscribe and hit the like.
and ring that bell if you want notified. Here's some other videos to watch that you might like or you might not. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notification.